Go check out.
Hey! Hello! Oh, man. Gang's all here. Moon's back. Hope you enjoy your day off. Yesterday, did you know, was the day where, statistically, most people call out.
Get out of here,
Yeah.
dude.
Isn't that awesome?
Yesterday was statistically
like a somewhat planned thing, or like a call in
whatever.
last minute.
Like
whatever
sick
thing.
or slacker. People were off yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday was the day.
I thought the Monday after some holiday in the spring or
Nope.
something was the day.
Nope. Statistically speaking,
Wow.
yesterday was
Well,
the day.
you know what? I absolutely needed it. I've never done one of those and I'm not even calling it a mental health day because it wasn't. This was a physical health day.
No, and I just said, you know what? Moon just wanted the day off, and that's cool.
And I needed a breath.
Just take a day, man.
My throat is killing me. My whole body is just in
You
pain.
got to sing this weekend, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just in pain. So I was like, man, I just needed to relax. I've been working every minute for the last couple months, and it's like, phew.
I expected you to take today off, too. I thought you were going to be like, yesterday wasn't good enough.
Oh, no, I said, you're coming in tomorrow.
No, you didn't. You said take whatever, but I was like, no, I got to be there Friday. First of all, I'm too excited to be off today because tickets go on sale for Punk Rock Christmas.
Yeah, Punk Rock Christmas tickets go on sale at 10.
Yeah, so I'm pumped. I feel
Scotty, feels
high
good.
today.
Feels good.
To put tickets on sale?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that then.
Does for us, man.
Well, just so you guys know,
last year was crazy.
when tickets go on sale for something, okay, somebody physically has to take tickets and bring them to the box office.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I got
A little
42
behind the scenes.
I got 4,200 tickets.
Yeah, he's got a big stack of tickets. Are they in the briefcase already?
They're in the briefcase
They're in the
back
briefcase already?
in the back of the Jeep. They're
Actually,
waiting.
he made them big like those checks they give people when they win. I told him not to do it, but he did it.
Giant
now you got
tickets.
to deliver all these giant tickets.
Wasn't thinking about the weight.
So by 10 o'clock, you got to go down to the pageant,
Right.
bring all those tickets,
Willy Wonka.
and they got to count them out.
It is so funny, man. We're thinking about. I mean, the tickets I just got. We're going to a show on Sunday, and the tickets I just got. Digital. Would you like to add to your Apple Wallet? Yes, I would.
Yes,
Boom,
I
boom,
would.
boom. And then, man, I remember the days going to shows that I wasn't even going to with stacks, pounds of flyers, and handing out flyers. And then, I got to make sure I hit Guitar Center to make sure our flyer is still up on the bulletin board. And I mean, those were the days we were really hauling paper around. Slinging paper for shows.
Were you putting papers on under windshield wipers?
I don't
Did you
think
ever do that?
I don't have a memory of doing that. I don't think I did that. I'm not sure if I even consciously decided not to or if I didn't realize that was a move. You got to remember, though, a lot of the places we were going to, like Mississippi Nights, I don't know where the hell people are parking.
Yeah. I feel like for comedy shows, that's a thing.
What? Barking?
Is that what they call that?
What were you saying?
Putting flyers under windshield wipers. I know in like New York, like the Comedy Cellar or some of those,
Everywhere.
They make you bark.
they make you
Which sucks.
go out onto the corner
Yeah.
and say, hey, comedy show.
I used to do that
Hand out flyers.
for the old Rock House. I used to be the promotions director there for like a year, and I used to make the flyers, and they would tell me to go out and put this on, whenever there were Cardinal games and whatnot, put the flyers for the upcoming old Rock House shows under windshield wipers.
Yeah, it makes sense down there. I mean, and they paper me all the time at the amphitheater. Anytime I'm there for a show or something like that, a lot of times they're like, hey, next week is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever used to have
And you
house
just throw those on the floor.
house
way to-
parties?
Here's some trash. Here's
used to
some
make
trash.
flyers for house parties. I used to do that all the time in high school and college.
I think I went to one house party ever.
Really?
Ever.
Did it have a flyer? Do you remember? Like somebody photocopied, they built something physically and photocopied it?
You know what it had? I think it had a pity invite. It was like, well, this kid's on the soccer team, and this is damn near the whole soccer team. I guess we'll invite him.
I remember
had a
seeing
blast.
the kids out there promoting their parties, stuff like that, and I'd walk up to grab paper and not for you.
What?
Ah,
Not at my party.
No.
every time,
This
every
is a
time.
no redheads
Are you
party.
serious?
no redheads.
No.
All of you would have been
Yeah.
invited to my
Thank you.
parties.
Hey, thanks, man.
Oh, did you? So you made flyers?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And this is at college?
This was late high school, early college, like junior college over at SWIC. And then it became, we could actually, my mom, I remember she got a scanner printer for like the first time when those came out where you could scan something to go to an email address. And so I would I would collage these flyers like in my room, and they'd be cool as hell. And then I would scan them in and post them on MySpace on the public chat thing or whatever it used to be.
Did you have a house in high school where you threw parties?
Yes.
So you did throw high school house parties
I did.
at your house.
Yeah.
Did your mother know?
She probably did. I mean, I remember, and everybody would stay the night, which was the coolest. Nobody would drink and drive. I swear to God, like everybody would just crash at my house.
No way.
But did you have open house parties?
Oh yeah, like
hey, party at Lern's
yeah.
house.
We would usually be like,
where are we going tonight? Oh,
first
Lern's having a
stop.
party.
Yeah, like all the seniors would come by. You know, if I was a junior, like seniors would come by, roll by. Oh, have a great time. Like, and then they go off to the next party, I guess.
Wow.
And it was like an early stop. We weren't like the coolest party by any means. But when I got into college, I met some of my best friends in college because they came to my house randomly for a party. I had a metal band in my basement. And people were like vomiting off the deck. That was like the only party I ever had where it was like a movie, like a John Hughes movie or something. And my mom, there's no way she could have known that there were that many people in the house and that there was a band playing in the basement. But like she found a beer can one time and put it together, or a cigarette butt. We used to haul them out to dumpsters. It was a mess.
Wow.
Jill went away.
Oh yeah.
So was she away for like the weekend? Like, hey, we're going away for the weekend.
Going away for the weekend. You got the house under control. I mean, I took care of the house. Nothing was ever stolen or broken.
So it was a Friday night or Saturday night house
Saturday
party?
night.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
And then Sunday cleanup.
Sunday early morning. Everybody, popsicles, get the hell out of my house.
Or help clean up.
The boys would haul the beer cans to a dumpster. Huge bags in the back of trucks. It was awesome.
My wife, her house.
I'm impressed.
My wife's house was the high school party house. Like, we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Again, I went to South, she went to North. But I remember going to that house.
That's awesome.
No way.
Because her brother's like a 2 years difference.
You know, what's funny is I bought a house once and lived there for 15 years, and every once in a while friends would come over and they go, they'd start looking around, and same story every time. They'd kind of look around and go, I've been in this house. And I'm like, oh, yeah? And they go, oh, you know what? Oh, I remember partying in this house.
Right.
This was the party house.
Your house?
The house that I bought, apparently the teenage gal that lived in it before.
The house you live in now?
No, the house before. Actually, the house that I live in now, that has happened once. Somebody's like, I've been at a party
No
at
way.
this house. But the one before that was, I lived there forever and ever. And I mean, every third friend that came in the house was like, holy crap, I used to party here.
That's crazy.
Did you ever have people knock on the door like, hey, I'm trying to reconnect with my youth and find myself?
Yeah,
No,
holding a keg.
but they never needed to ask where the bathrooms were. Everybody knew exactly where everything was in that house.
Oh, no. So at my wife's house, they were open house parties. And people from almost every school went.
Yeah, and that's crazy because like now I would never want to do that. I would never be like, I'm having an open house and bring whoever you want to my house. Now I'm very particular.
And the
Right,
party
right.
would end when the cops came.
See,
And they'd scatter everybody. Where are your parents?
Yeah.
They're not home.
we lucked out. Cops never showed up.
I had a party at my house once. Never again.
Your parents know?
No.
Here we go, Rose. Mrs. Rizz.
No, I wound up telling them.
Yeah.
Because you had to? Something stolen or
When I
broken?
had the party, we were in the process of filling in our pool,
Yeah.
like closing up the pool. So everybody threw their beer bottles
Oh no.
into the pool.
She told me about this at your birthday. All the bottles they found in the pool.
In the pool, when they drained it, they were gonna, like the pool water was like no good. They were in the process of.
Yeah, it was like green already.
Yeah, it was green already, and it was like fall.
And this was the last year for it. They were filling it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like throwing concrete and doing all the...
But the water wasn't drained out yet. So once they drained all the water out, there were like beer bottles.
Yeah.
And
Right. It's a time capsule, Ma.
She told me this exact story at your birthday. She's like, I knew they were up to something. Because we drained the pool.
and I think there were bongs down
Yeah,
there.
She said it was a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff down there.
A lot of
and you know what?
incriminating evidence.
Well, so my parents I think they went to Gettysburg.
Uh-huh.
They went to Gettysburg with my brother. And they were gone for the weekend. And, they had told one of the neighbors, like, hey, just, every once in a while drive by the house.
Right.
And it was a Friday night. And she wound up telling me a couple years later, like, hey, I drove by the house and I saw all the cars.
Oh yeah.
And I never told your parents.
That's what my neighbor did too. Mr. and Mrs. Gross, they live behind, and they live directly behind my mom's house, and my mom has a big atrium in the back of her house, and so you can see direct. I mean, there's kids everywhere, and my friend Scott passed out on my deck that night, overnight, this, emo kid, this is college. He's passed out, black hair, black eyeliner everywhere, beer in hand, like just fell asleep on our deck. Mr. Gross, 6 a.m. is out on his back deck having a coffee. And like, I of course am up because I'm like, we got to clean the house. And he comes in and I'm like, hi, Mr. Gross. And he's like just shaking his head, but he never told my mom.
So there's a young lady with a mustache out
Solid.
passed out on your deck.
Next door was Mrs. Hagendorf.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hagendorf knew.
Yeah.
And she never knocked on me.
Nice.
Great neighbors, man.
Solid neighbors. Your neighbor was like, you better drag that vampire inside. The sun's coming out.
Now, if I were the neighbor and a kid next door was having a party, I'm telling.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
we're the worst. I guess it skips a
Narcs.
generation.
Too
I don't know.
fun.
No, the best next door party. We were living in South City at the time. My son was just born. And those little South City. Were you ever down to my South City house?
No.
Never drove by it or whatever.
No,
like
never
900 square feet. And it's one of those brick houses.
Yep.
That you could. There's that little alleyway in between the houses. You can literally put your hands up. and touch
4.5
both houses.
steps, a
Super
stoop.
cute.
Yeah. Well,
South City house. They're all the
South
same.
City house. Built in 1911. So the boy was just born. He was maybe like 3 or 4 months old. And when you have that young of a kid, and you finally get the kid down,
It's like
and find like,
peace.
oh my God, we have some time to ourselves. Let's just sit on the couch and just sit here in the silence.
Right.
And just enjoy the silence. The kid who's been a pain in the ass is finally asleep.
right.
And next door, some just out of college kids had been renting the house next door, had a party with the garage door open, blaring music. And my wife goes, "You better get outside and tell them to keep it down."
You're like, I don't want to be this person.
He said, "You better go outside." And the look on her, normally I'd be like, nah, just let him. The look on her face was, you better. I'm going to rip your heart and soul out of your body if you don't go outside and tell them to turn the damn music down.
Put an end to this.
So I went outside. I walked to the garage, and the garage was open, music blaring.
Cool kids, looked like having a great time,
Just out of college, 21, 22 years old.
living it up.
There was a ping pong ball table set up, and they were playing beer pong.
Your youth flashing before your eyes.
I think I was in gym shorts.
Hey, young people, what are you
And
up to?
I said, I think I did a knock on like a knock. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey, Mr. Rizzuto.
I live next door, and I don't know what happened, but I didn't go back home for 2 hours.
You got a beer bong out.
Dude.
Because
Frank,
I
hey.
started partying.
Dude, you lived neighbors. That Seth Rogen,
Yeah,
Rose Byrne.
awesome.
No way.
When they go over to Zac Efron and they're all partying over there, like, we're just going to go tell them, like, turn it down. And then they go over there and they end up smoking weed and
He's going to
partying
do
with
one
them
more.
forever.
He's going to do one more.
Streaking in the quad.
That would be so good.
And next thing you know, I'm like, fine, I'll play one game.
That's brilliant.
I love it.
I got to win you guys over.
Dude, we used to live.
Rizz the shiz. They got you in there.
Real quick, did your wife get mad at you?
Oh, yeah. She goes, where were you?
Right.
You were supposed to settle it down. It got louder for the last 2 hours. We lived next to the party house for a while, and it was cool. We let it happen. I've only called the cops twice ever, lifetime, on parties. One was forever and ever and ever ago, and it was because this thing was going into the 5 a.m. hour at this point, and I was like, okay, this is enough. And then they just started getting super rowdy and yelling. You could hear glass breaking in my neighbor's
no.
yard, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna call the cops. I
Yeah.
guess. Turns out. It was awesome, actually. I got to watch. The cop came out, and they started sassing the cop, and he was like, he lined them all up against the fence, and this one dude sassed him, and he yelled at him, and he was gonna cuff him in front of the friends and all that. That guy turned out to be an NHL player, professional hockey player. Yeah, that was the one that was threatened. And then the only other time was this was like the third party of the month, and these guys go huge backyard, and it would be hundreds. I'm talking hundreds of kids. Like I've never seen parties like this, which is fine, but just don't go in my yard. And they would throw things over into our yard, and then my wife watched people go through our front yard, and the doorbell's getting it.
Yeah,
and,
that's when it starts to get like
dude, and two people including a gal, peed in our front yard. And my wife was like so upset about it. So she went out at the next person because they were breaking glass out there. And my wife goes, guys, can you just not pee in my yard, please? Like, just don't pee in the yard. We're cool, but like, keep your bottles over there. Don't pee in the yard. And then she goes inside. And I was out of town at this point. I was playing a concert somewhere. And she FaceTimes me. And she goes, listen, I want you to hear what this backyard is what's happening.
Yeah.
There are 350 kids back here. You got to hear this. So she goes into the back. She goes into the back and she's standing on the deck and she goes, listen to this. And I'm like, I mean, it sounds like I'm in the middle of a dance club. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then all of a sudden I hear her go, oh, that's it. I'll call you back. And then she calls me back and said, I had to call the cops. And I said, why? What the heck happened? You endured it this long? And she goes, well, I was back there. And this gal on the other side of the fence, this teenager goes, I was having such a great night, and this old bitch next door yelled at me. She goes,
bitch.
You don't call me old.
First of all, your wife is gorgeous. And secondly, like all the dudes at that party are probably like, what's up with Mrs. Moon
I'll prove
over
I'm
here?
not old by calling the cops on you.
My wife was fine until they called her old. She lost her mind.
When I left that party next door, I said, guys, gotta get home. The old ball and chain, she's gonna be wondering where I am.
Listen, I'm cool, but the wife sent me over here.
Yeah.
High fives as I'm leaving.
You're just like putting beers in your pocket. Anyway, carry on. Did you guys ever have places where, like, we had the barricades, which was like a place everybody went to. We didn't have house parties as much as just like we'd start a bonfire and everyone would get wild out in the middle of.
No, we went to houses.
Nice.
We went to houses.
Different life down there.
Yeah. We had. I think I told the story before on the air that I had people over my house and it was for one of those boxing matches at my house and.
Oh, when I was here?
Yeah, you were there and the cops came.
That was the cops came at the moment. It was the perfect moment where everybody, everybody was as high as wherever they were going to be as far as the drunkenness and whatever. Like they were everyone was peaking at the exact same time, and then also we all go, "Oh my God, it's the cops!" And half of us like almost ran, and then we stopped and we're like, "Wait a second, what are we doing?"
You're like, "Wait, I'm a
run in the
homeowner."
woods.
This is an adult party.
Yeah, Rizz almost left too.
I was like, "Grab the beer!"
It did. Half of us went, "Oh my God, it's the cops!"
Grab the beer.
I think they ended up hanging with us for a few minutes and watching the fight.
Wait a second. I'm like, this is my house.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s.
It was the greatest. It was the greatest. You guys should have seen him. He went from he played 4 characters in 18 seconds.
Because they walked into the backyard, and it was like 2 Chesterfield city police officers just sauntered into the backyard.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, whoa! And
nostalgia
instinct.
kicked in.
No, instinct kicked in. Like I wanted to go run through the woods.
Yeah, like a cartoon. Like he did like a circle. He wasn't sure which direction.
And I went, wait a minute. Hey, this is my house.
That's great.
I don't remember how.
This is so. I'm okay. I'm
And then I think he gave him the what's the problem, officer?
Yeah, I think
Your voice went high up. What's the problem, officer?
I got some complaints.
Hey, at least you remembered.
That's true.
You remembered that feeling. You went back there in your mind.
I was back there.
He ended up, by the way, half naked in his bed with me and Johnny Venus.
No, that was another party.
Oh, it was a different party?
Yeah.
Well, we had some.
That was
That's
one
the
of my
dudes
birthdays.
only party.
We had some good ones.
That was one of my birthdays.
Those don't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Birthdays don't count.
All right, some Friday leftovers here. These are stories that I never got to during the week. I guess King Charles is getting some crap.
About what?
I guess King Charles travels with 4 unexpected items when he leaves the palace. And man, one of these things, if you had the means, you would do the same thing.
Okay.
All right, number 1 is his childhood teddy bear. Okay, that's weird. That's all weird.
His mom just died, though. Maybe that's something.
The man's in his 70s.
I know. It is weird. I'm trying to have empathy.
Okay, so he travels with his childhood teddy bear. All right. He travels with his own chef. When he dines with others, he'll eat a separate meal from his guests. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know if he's worried about getting poisoned. Whatever.
I approve of the chef.
He travels with his own ice cube trays.
Interesting.
He travels with his own ice cube
Wait, is
tray.
it a certain design?
Yes, he does not like square ice cubes.
Oh, this is probably
got the
Sonic
circle
ice. What if he's just got a bag of Sonic?
He does not like, so
Crushed
King
ice.
Charles does not like square ice cubes. He doesn't like the clinking sound the square cubes make in the cup.
I'm going to tell you. So my wife and I have been sober since October 2019, and she's been making all these incredible mocktails, and she's been doing it with these circular ice cubes. And I know this sounds, stupid and hoity-toity. Pff, they're awesome. It's all we have now is the ice cubes, or the ice trays, these rubber ice trays.
Yeah, I have
This giant round ball?
Holy smokes!
I have the same thing.
It is awesome.
And I'm okay with it. Yeah,
So
it fits
we're
in a
all
good-
living like kings,
in
guys.
In a rocks glass, a nice square, big square.
Yeah. Fancy
I'm
cube.
sorry, I have a big square one and I have a big round one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they fit nicely in rocks glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
How big?
highball glass, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like the big
yeah.
rocks, like the ones you put in the
no, I mean,
freezer
they're
size,
like-
or the little bitty ones?
They're like this,
They're like half the glass.
We have some that are this big, like size of like a little bit bigger than a golf ball, and then we have some that are like half golf ball size.
Okay.
Well, as a king, I always travel with the round ice cube thing, and then I make my guests all have the square ones.
Oh, good for you.
So King Charles does not like he doesn't like the sound.
He doesn't like the clinking.
Yeah, the clinking that square ice cubes make. Okay.
I kind of like
That's fine.
that sound.
He could just drink water from a bag, right? Put that little straw in there. And
Listen, if somebody's willing to make different shaped ice cubes for you,
Why not?
heck yeah.
why not? Now this is the one he's getting heat for.
Wait,
So the teddy bear, not.
it's worse than the teddy bear?
Oh, yeah.
The teddy bear is just weird.
All right, yeah, that's strange.
He's getting heat for whenever he's out of the palace, he has his own custom made toilet seat that comes with him.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's
what?
brilliant.
His own custom
Now that is
made
cool.
toilet seat.
His
So
ass
some-
is the only ass that fits on this thing?
Which, if you had, I think that's just jealousy speaking. If you're giving him crap for that,
Hold on. He is the king, so it's his throne, right?
yeah.
It is his
Wait,
sound.
You got to bring your throne with you.
He definitely has one of those. We were talking about this last week, the sponge top.
Oh,
grandma.
little crack in it. Psst.
Yeah.
And it's like a faded pink. Mm-hmm. Or I don't know.
All
yeah.
Grandma
Cracked out.
bought this
Mauve.
one.
Yo,
right?
I mean, listen, I hate to sound like a Mel Brooks here, but it's good to be king.
Yeah.
The guy's the king. Why shouldn't he have his own?
Why shouldn't he have his own toilet seat?
Right.
What's the point of being a king if you can't have a custom toilet seat?
If you can't have kingly things.
I guess I just want more information. Like, is this a germ thing?
Is there a picture?
It
Does
doesn't
he have
matter.
hemorrhoids?
If you don't have to put your ass on a seat that other asses have been on,
That's royalty, baby.
Yeah, but who's the guy in charge of going into the airplane bathroom and like taking a
Right.
DeWalt drill and taking the
not-
toilet seat off,
point.
putting the king seat on, and then and then after he's
Okay, you know
done,
the
you have
king
to
is
go
not-
in there and the king stink and take the seat back off.
the
That's
king is not
disgusting.
flying Frontier.
Yeah, Royal Air
I'm not
Force
saying
One.
that, but he's going places.
That's
the
a good
dude
point.
travels.
Yeah, I'm sure his private jet.
Oh,
has
so he's
the
got
same-
all right. Take
No matter
you
what,
know-
there's a dude that has to go into the bathroom after King Charles has dropped a mega deuce. And we all know what 7-year-old dad poop smells like. And he has to just go in there with a drill and take the seat off.
Take it off.
Ugh, what
And you
a
know what?
horrible job.
That's a good point because as a chick, I thought, I always sit down to pee. I mean, he's using it for 1 and 2, or he's only using it for number 2s. So you have a good point. Like,
Yeah.
the person who's unscrewing this with the DeWalt drill is only getting poo prints.
You
You
gotta
know?
remember, kings only go number 2. They don't even
king.
go 1.
Poo King.
Poo King.
Dude, the coolest thing in my eyes about all of this is you guys have been. I know Scott has. You guys been to London?
Yes.
Did you get to do Tower of London or any of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff where you saw all the old stuff, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
jewels
Yeah,
and
that
and-
stuff's
So
amazing.
if you tour through there, you see like old, knights armor and like all this stuff from previous kings and previous stuff. Someday this thing is going to be behind glass
Yeah.
as the royal toilet seat used by so and so during this period. Like,
See.
how cool is that?
And is it gold?
Yeah.
Toilet seat. I'm trying to find an image of it.
You're not. I bet you they don't. I bet you there are no photos of it. You can't see it. And someday, when he's long gone, it's going to be behind
Yeah,
glass
there's
at
no
the
picture.
It's got to
Tower
be
of
gold,
London.
right?
Well, also just I'm picturing him rolling up to the club with his entourage. What a bad entourage of folks. Be like, yo, here comes King Charles. Oh, he's got his teddy bear. A dude holding a cooler full of round. He's just holding a little igloo cooler out in front of him. It's got round ice cubes in it. A dude with like a gold glittered toilet seat around his neck, and a chef. A guy in a chef's hat.
No, you know that
a cool
toilet
crew.
seat comes with a case.
Oh, it has to.
for
yeah.
sure.
I hope
It's
so.
it's got like a travel case with the foam.
Yeah.
That's perfectly cut out to put the toilet seat in.
Yeah.
Like a road case.
And only one guy knows the code.
Oh, this has allegedly.
There's 2 keys.
This has to be true.
You got to put 2 keys in the toilet seat case
Yeah.
and turn them at the same time.
Allegedly. I don't like the allegedly. It's got to be true.
Yeah, dude, they're not going to have photos of this because it's much cooler. It's much better. It's much more
I bet you
royal
it's
of a story.
I bet you it's toilet seat technology we didn't even know about.
You see, and that's what you
I
think.
bet you it's something new.
It's that
I bet you it's a letdown.
I bet you it's custom made for his tush.
You know what? It's probably like all the things we were talking about yesterday, like to find out if you're dehydrated that the Jets are using, and it's probably gold.
Oh, the Jaguars
Heated.
in their training facilities.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. They have urinals that will detect your hydration. So when you pee in the urinal, if the light turns, green, you're good to go. Yellow, maybe have
I
some more Gatorade, or I'd get an IV.
I need
And if it's
that.
red, like if the player pees and the red light goes off, like the trainer will come and.
How much does that cost? 'Cause my wife
I don't know.
would
They
love
said
that
it's the
for
most
me. She's
advanced
always
urinal-
asking me, "How hydrated are you today?" I'm
the
like,
most
"What
advanced
the hell?" I don't know.
urinals in all sports. Yeah. But I would think that King Charles's toilet seat is custom built for his ass.
Me too.
I bet you it's lame. I bet you it's he.
I bet it's high.
I bet you was.
You're
he
not
was-
getting that at Home Depot.
No,
I bet
he
it's
was
thick.
He was 31 years old, and he's like, "I'm never gonna be king. This sucks." And then he had a deuce, and he went, "Hey, Edward,
Yes.
Edward,
Yes,
I had
sir.
a phenomenal deuce here. What is this seat here?
What is this
let's,
model?"
Let's take this seat with us."
I just hope it's like 6 feet high.
Do you think it's the toilet seat that has like the stilts on it? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
It
exactly
has-
what you know what I'm
Well-
saying. I think it's when he likes to peep over the stalls. He's like,
The stilts.
I'd like to see what everyone around me is up to, Edward. Could you make me a 6-foot thick toilet seat?
I have some
And then
good
he has
news.
to climb up like a little pool ladder to get on top of it.
His,
I don't like
his-
the splashback.
On his TikTok, he does open boxes, and it's just from Amazon. He has
Oh,
cheap
okay,
toilet seat
so-
from Amazon. I'm doing
to
an
know.
open box with it.
We're never going to see pictures of this until it's behind glass at the Tower of London. I'm telling you. Whoa! Look at this one. I just looked up royal toilets, and here's like a full-on wood one, looking like a throne.
Like a throne.
I mean, I can imagine that, but I bet you it sucks.
yeah.
I bet you it's just comfortable. He sat on it one day. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's like an old school compost toilet. Y'all seen that
Oh,
before?
they're green?
So
brown?
it's like a wooden chair with a toilet built in.
Yeah, that you have to empty, and it dries it out.
Ugh. Oh, speaking of that,
Oh.
I don't want to talk about this, but Lern is insisting.
We've been beating around the bush all week about a certain topic, and finally, we need to talk about it.
Yeah, I remember the video about it. So it was a year ago this week, a guy at a Yankee game went viral after poking a hole through his hot dog and using it as a straw to drink beer.
I don't remember this, but go
Oh,
on.
man,
I'm
this
starting to
is
gag.
Did anybody remember that?
Yeah,
it was
I do.
it was a big deal
I do. We got upset about it.
because they were like, "Oh, look at this guy, genius." It's disgusting.
Biodegradable.
All I'm thinking is, so he sticks the straw through the hot dog,
Lengthwise or through the side?
like through the
Through the
end,
okay.
all the way down through, and creates a hole through the hot dog.
Yes.
All I'm thinking is the hot dog that's stuck now in the straw.
Yeah.
He
that's
sucks
trash.
it up.
And it
That's-
goes,
no.
I can't think about
Anyway.
it.
This just proves that we're all children.
People are divided.
All of us men are just children. This is stuff we did in third grade lunch, and we're still doing it.
and this is an older gentleman. People were divided. Is it brilliant? Is it gross? Meanwhile, the folks over at Oscar Mayer were taking notes and are now making actual hot dog straws in tribute.
What do you call it? We're just boys grown tall.
Yeah.
We don't need this. This is something that we don't need.
I'll tell you what we don't
They're
need.
giving them away, a limited number. They're giving away a limited number each day between now through September 5th. You have to fill a form out online. If it says they're out, you have to try again tomorrow. And to be clear, it's not a real hot dog.
Oh, say what?
Oh.
Oh, this is just a.
Oh.
This is just
So
a,
this,
biodegradable.
okay.
Okay,
now-
So
now we
I'm
feel
backing it.
better.
it's like, okay, so it's not a real one like the one in the video. It's made of soft silicone and just looks like a hot dog.
that's
They
much
sell these
better.
at the Patricia's.
Oh, that's much better.
All right.
Okay, now
So
I
you
think
could be
it's-
gross
it's
and
hee-hee.
gross people out without actually being gross.
Oh, thank God. See, we didn't even go do a deep dive into this
No.
because we were so grossed out by the headline and the byline.
Well, did you see the headline? On most of them, they call it a glizzy.
Right.
Which
I'm done with
do you
that.
know that's what kids call hot dogs now? Glizzies?
I didn't know that.
That's what we don't need. And I know we're all going to sound like old people here, but like, come on,
A
dude.
glizzy.
How many names for hot dogs do we already have? Are you
Hot dogs
that
are disgusting.
good? Are you that cool? You have to give us another one?
Right.
Another name for a
Frank,
hot dog?
wiener, dog, hog.
All of it. I mean,
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter. Yeah, I mean, like, there are enough names. It's been covered.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It went from glizzy was initially referred to a handgun, specifically a Glock, but now it's switched over to hot dog somehow.
I hear glizzy and I
What?
think of the 1980s sparkle jelly shoes. That's where I go.
I think of my favorite band,
look
Thin
at your-
Glizzy.
Look at your cute little glizzies.
Your glizzies are so cute today.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams.
Glizzy Adams.
Yeah, Keds. They're the special Keds with sparkles and wings on them.
There you
All right,
go.
so if
And
you
they
want
light
one
up
of these
if you
things, okay.
step real hard.
So it's the hot dog straw. Okay, it's only silicone. That makes me feel a little better. OscarMayer.com/hot dog straw. Because as far as hot dogs go, Oscar Mayer probably bottom of the barrel as far as quality goes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I don't-
Best
I don't know the last
vehicles,
I think
but not the best dogs.
it has to be done. We have to put the real hot dog straw on a punishment board for this show.
time. Oh, so
yeah.
nasty, man.
Hot
Oh,
chocolate.
it's so nasty.
You do remember
None of us
though-
want to do it.
You do remember elementary school, like turning like fruit roll-ups or
Doesn't bother
something into
me.
a straw. Didn't anybody ever drink like their milk through a fruit roll-up, like put up into a
No,
straw?
but we
or
did
something else?
have. We went camping one time and snuck into town, and we're, being kids, messing with people, walking around town, and we got chased by the cops. And my cousin got back to the campsite before us, and he ate some hot dogs, and then he threw half of a pack of hot dogs into the drinking water cooler to keep them cold. So we were all like dying of thirst when we got back. We'd been running from the cops for like hours, and we had to drink literal Fred Durst hot dog flavored water. Oh man!
Ew.
So I can imagine that's what it would taste like coming through the straw.
You're okay with hot dogs?
Yeah,
You're cool with them?
yeah, I'm fine with them.
Okay.
If you have the right
Why?
brand and you grill it right, it's
Got to be the right
they're
brand.
pretty
I don't know. I'm
good.
a
The hell
hot
out
dog
of it.
snob. I'll be honest with you.
I never
Okay.
want a hot dog till I have one, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I like hot dogs.
Until it's the last resort, and you go hum bump, and you go.
Never
"Damn,
mad about it."
That's pretty good.
Had some camping last couple weeks ago, and I was like,
Camping different.
I'll eat
games,
one.
right?
And then
I
I was
need
like,
quality.
you know what? Good.
I need quality ones. I'm sorry. Call me a
Preferably,
snob.
No. That's quality throwaway meats.
Yeah, that's kind of what's it made of?
You're not a snob. It's
Nobody
fine.
knows. Nobody will ever know.
What makes it high quality then?
There are better.
know.
Better lips and
That Hebrew,
bungholes? I
that
don't
Hebrew
understand.
National is a
Hebrew
cut above.
National, I think it's kosher. The rabbi somewhere in the vicinity.
Somebody's approving them with curls and a hat.
Circumcised hot dog.
Like, I know there's a rabbi somewhere around that's like, okay, this is good. Like, we're okay with this.
Well,
Like,
all
they
right.
got to be kosher hot dogs.
Here's my stamp.
Yeah. But I'm not drinking out of a hot dog straw. In other food news, some stuff from the week. So we've talked about Taco John's surrendering the trademark on the phrase Taco Tuesday, giving restaurants in 49 states the right to use the phrase as they see fit. Not 50 states, because New Jersey, there is still a
Holdout.
there's still a holdout restaurant in New Jersey that still does have the trademark Taco Tuesday in New Jersey. So it's been good news for both, I guess, taco lovers and their wallets, thanks to deals like Taco Bell. I guess they're giving away free Doritos Locos tacos every Tuesday through September 5th. And now Jack in the Box, they're doing free taco deals from now until, they say, forever.
Oh.
According to a statement from Jack in the Box, they are giving away 2 tacos free with any purchase starting this week until you, quote, run out of hot sauce. They say we're picking up where Taco Bell's leaving taco lovers off because Jack in the Box is here for you Tuesday and Tuesday night, not just up until September 5th.
Look at this. So Jack in the Box kind of joining forces with Taco John's, kind of come up.
Well, I think all those guys are smart to try to take down Taco Bell.
Jack in the Box is calling its promotion Taco Tuesday night. So you know it's entirely different from other Taco Tuesday
I
options.
love it. They're one of the best at marketing. They're just
Taco
so
Tuesday
ridiculous.
What, Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
I do appreciate.
They're hilarious.
I do appreciate Jack in the Box marketing.
Oh, I mean,
They're the
it's-
first ones to lean into the high stuff.
Yeah, the
remember,
stoner
remember all
stuff.
that?
And
Like
who
the-
does Jack in the Box own? Del Taco.
And this makes sense because you're getting Jack in the Box tacos when you're high as hell at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and they totally leaned into that and did all the high stuff. Hey, they really do own Del Taco?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's your obvious connection there.
All right.
That's why the Dancing Dells get excited when we hear any good news from that.
Last Tuesday, we checked off on my bucket list going to Golden Corral.
Right.
I've never been to Olive Garden.
Can't believe it.
And we're going to go.
We're going to go eventually.
That's going to be the Taste of Italy because we don't have the money to take you to Italy.
Festival of Nations this weekend.
That's right. I wanted to say Festival of Nations this weekend.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of stuff going around town this weekend. You got Evolution Fest, the IndyCar race down at the racetrack.
Right.
Yeah, this is a big weekend.
Got a Disney.
Yeah,
Punk Rock Disney stuff.
Got Lane Narrows.
Lane Narrows playing the Lincoln Theater.
10 tickets left at Lincoln Theater. Please sell it out.
So let's go back to a simpler time when we were all fascinated by a brand new restaurant called the Olive Garden. So here is a 1988 news report about an Olive Garden that opened up in Minnesota. Your wallet will miss the $4.25 spaghetti and meatballs lunch. So this is a throwback commercial.
It's called the Olive Garden. It's a new Italian restaurant, and it is so popular.
New Italian restaurant.
Super cool.
Just think, this is 1988 when Olive Garden, which I think every city has 50 Olive Gardens at this point. So a brand new restaurant called Olive Garden.
It's called the Olive Garden. It's a new Italian restaurant, and it is so popular that ever since it opened, which was about 1 month ago, they have had 45-minute waits at lunch and dinner. I mean, people are just going in droves to this place. Now, there's a big parking lot outside. It's a very convenient suburban restaurant. And when you go in, you see what they're going for, which is they call kind of an Italian garden setting.
It is a very open space. It seats a lot of people.
It's like I'm in Tuscany.
Yes.
You see the wallpaper?
Yeah.
It's like I'm in Tuscany.
There's vines on it.
You can see what they're going for.
Yeah.
I love that's kind of an insult, isn't it?
Seats a lot of people, over 300 people, and they do have a kind of an Italian decor. They have some murals on the wall like this. They have some umbrellas on the tables.
In Italy, we call them frescoes.
We've never seen something like
they
this
don't have the
before.
language. It's the 80s.
Stupid people from
Nobody was
Minnesota.
bilingual.
They have some umbrellas on the tables that feel like an Italian courtyard.
And what it says is you can get those breadsticks and salad complimentary with the entrees. And
All you can eat.
All you can eat. Now, there's what they call the tour of Italy. If you'd like to try a number of different things that include a grilled...
We're going on the tour.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
We are going on the tour.
You can just walk in and say, I'll take the Rome. I'll take the Florence.
Just give me the tour.
Try a number of different things that include a grilled chicken parmesan, a fettuccine alfredo, and lasagna. When you put that together with the salad and the breadsticks, we are talking a huge, and the salad is bottomless. You can keep getting more and more and more. It's great.
Bottomless.
It's bottomless.
Try to find this on the hill.
The 80s accent.
Okay, so you go to a restaurant with your parents.
It's okay. We can make fun of it.
Hang
We
on
were
a
there.
second. Are we moving off of Olive Garden?
Oh, yeah, you have more Olive Garden news?
I thought this is where you're going with this. Breaking news last night. A man in Detroit is suing Olive Garden for more than $25,000 after he claims he found a rat's foot in the bowl
Oh, I saw this.
of soup.
In a bowl of soup.
And it is, I mean, holy crow, that's a rat's foot.
All right, so if I were Olive Garden, I would go, this is how they serve it in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back to you.
This is
Have
how
you
they
not
serve
seen
it.
Ratatouille?
This
Right.
is how they serve
He
it in
slipped
Italy.
off the chef's head and fell into the soup.
All right.
How should that work? How should that work? I feel like, okay, so like when you get canned food, there's 5% is allowed for rat excrement or whatever, and all this kind of stuff because it's earth. Like we can't do this stuff in a completely sterile environment. So there's going to be random instances of rat feet or whatever.
Unless-
the heck
here's
might
what I
be in
think.
food. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a lottery.
Every time
It's
you go,
kind of. I mean, yeah, you're running.
every time you go out,
It's
you are
earth.
running a risk. If you are not seeing your food from farm to table,
Right.
being prepared, you are running a risk of something like this happening.
Yeah, for ultimately damn near no expense, we can go in and have people farm, prepare, cook, and deliver our food for us as if we were kings hundreds of years ago. Sit down, and occasionally we're going to get a rat nail, a toenail, or something in our chicken nuggets or something. So like, what?
Well, this is pretty substantial.
What are they suing for?
This is a total rat foot.
Oh my gosh, that's not a rat. That's
It's like a bunny foot.
that's
No,
enormous.
unless they could prove like
That's a dog's
negligence.
Damn.
That's a Chihuahua leg. Am I right?
Unless they could prove like we did this on purpose,
Right. What's the
Could
what's
be
the
fake.
What should be the protocol here?
Could be.
A lot of people fake that kind of stuff. Remember the finger in the
Right.
Wendy's chili or whatever?
Band-Aid. Yeah, it was finger and a brand of Band-Aid sometimes. A McDonald's customer found pennies in their chicken McNuggets.
Interesting.
This guy had the foot in his mouth, by the way.
A customer in Ohio said she found 3 pennies inside her chicken McNuggets. Not inside the container, inside the actual nuggets.
I bet it had
That's
an interesting
crazy.
scent to it.
It was an unexpected 3-cent discount. Hello, Scott. Thank you. I heard it. I heard it. I'm not gonna
I enjoyed
call a
that.
strike on that one.
Thank you.
So they don't know how the pennies got into the nuggets. It sounds like the problem may have come from the processing plant because the health department had the place remove the contaminated big nuggets from stock by the lot number. McDonald's hasn't commented.
Well, this is to Moon's point about, sometimes we're going to get parts of animals because it isn't an entirely sterile world. Well, this is minestrone soup. So there's not meat. That's a vegetable soup. So there shouldn't be. But however, there's probably chicken stock or bunny stock.
knows where-
Who knows?
I mean, if it is a legit thing, I guess
Festival I want to go to, by the way, is bunny stock.
you could be encouraged that these animals are eating the food, so that means it's
No,
gotta be somewhat
Scott,
decent.
you can't put a shine on this.
I mean,
You
it's
can't polish this turd.
You're always trying to
You know,
find
I'm
the
trying.
good.
You can't
and
polish
I love
this
that
turd.
about you.
I don't know. Unless you could prove that they did it on purpose.
Right. Anyway, soon
Here's-
for 25,000.
Here's a gift certificate.
Right.
25,000.
25,000.
Well, why that number? Like, you usually see this, and it's like mental damages and blah 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 for X amount of $1 million.
Okay,
Yeah.
when I say you run the risk of you're not seeing your food being made, you're assuming that because the health department has been at this place and I see the A sticker on the door that everything's on the up and up. You hear about the 3 people who died in Washington after drinking contaminated milkshakes?
Oh, no. Yeah, I did. Yes. What were they contaminated with?
Listeria.
Slightly different.
3 people who wanted a refreshing milkshake lost their lives because of negligence. So the state of Washington said 3 people died from listeria bacteria found in milkshakes at a restaurant in Tacoma, the place called Frugal's. A total of 6 people hospitalized because of the outbreak. Health department says the ice cream machines of the restaurant were, quote, not cleaned properly. Now, the hospitalizations occurred between February and June this year. All the patients who died did have underlying conditions, but that's not an excuse.
Wow, that sucks.
that is wild.
Yeah, you got to feel bad if you're the person that suggested, hey,
Let's go to Frugal's.
you know,
go to
Aunt-
Frugal's.
Yeah, Aunt Beth's been sick. You know what cheer her up? A milkshake from
Yeah,
Frugal's.
yeah.
My
nothing safe in
milkshake
this world.
brings the boys to the Lord.
To the morgue. My milkshake brings other girls to the morgue.
Damn right, they're better than yours.
Highly lethal and toxic.
Damn.
Anyway, so
Trademark on the remix.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Called it. When you're a kid, and this made me think of the Olive Garden thing, what they got the endless breadsticks. When you're a kid, you go out to a restaurant, they have a, bread bowl, basket of bread before you order. Parents yell at you, don't eat all the bread because you're going to fill up.
Right.
That's how they get you.
When they yell at you, hey, you've already had a piece of bread.
Yeah. But
You're going to spoil your meal.
there's 6 more pieces here, Mom.
Well, Ma, joke's on you. Some woman on TikTok went viral after claiming free bread and chips are actually a tactic restaurants use to make you spend more. So simple carbs like that spike your blood sugar really fast, and in the short term, that makes you hungrier. A lot of times, they'll bring the bread before you've ordered because then you look at the menu and suddenly you want everything. It's not the only reason they give you bread. We also just enjoy free stuff, won't get as angry if our food takes a while.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like starting the engine on a car.
Yeah, engine's cold.
The bread goes and you, yeah. I think I want to race.
Subconsciously, bread service makes us tip more. But the fact that it whets your appetite is a reason so many places do it.
There's a lot of places, though, that still, they do the bread thing, and they haven't figured out that it matters. Your bread matters. If it sucks, I don't want to be
Right.
here anymore.
No.
Don't bring me cold bread.
Don't
You know what matters?
bring me crappy
I'll tell you
bread.
what matters. The butter.
Oh, yeah.
If they bring you butter
Good
that has
call.
clearly come out of the freezer,
Yep.
and it's not spreadable,
And a cold piece of bread, get the hell out of
Yep,
here.
they hate you.
I don't care if the bread is like room temperature. It's got to be soft. But man, I will know a restaurant cares or not if they bring you butter and it's spreadable.
Think about the cheap places, the places that aren't like known for their food that you think of. And as soon as you see the logo, you think of the bread. There's 2 places. Can you guys name them?
Gingham's.
Okay.
I will tell you that the tavern comes with their
Cast iron bread.
cast apart skillet.
Yeah. I'm talking about chains.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory with the brown bread.
Pasta House.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh.
Be probably my number.
I don't know
Close to
about
my
Texas
number
Roadhouse.
1, right? Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Red Lobster Cheddar Bay
that's
biscuits.
one.
Oh, I know what you're
forgot about
thinking.
that.
Fazoli's.
No, I'm thinking of
yeah.
2. One is O'Charlie's.
O'Charlie's, which I
O'Charlie's
had.
bread.
You know
Somebody
what, dude?
brought me their
I just
bread.
had O'Charlie's for the first time in like 6 years.
How was it?
It's changed. Everything's changed.
That bread isn't still there?
Didn't get bread. And then they changed their potato soup, which was like their number 1. They had like French fries and their cheesy potato soup. It's all different.
I don't think I don't even know what's on the menu. I don't know what I've ever had there, except for the bread is exceptional. And the other place, I think it's Outback or somebody has that brown bread, and maybe it's Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Cheesecake
Outback
Factory has
has
the brown
chips,
bread.
right?
There's
Yes.
there's a brown
Cheesecake
bread,
Factory does.
and you,
With the honey butter.
yeah, and you always
So
go,
the one that
"Oh."
comes out in a loaf.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then they say, okay, can we get you started on anything else? You go, yeah, but before that, can you bring more of that brown bread?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
the white
Please.
bread. I know you bring that one too, but
Right, we don't like that
Don't
one.
need the white bread. You just need that.
It's
I
exceptional.
don't see color.
Also, I want to say
thank
this,
you.
since we're all bitching about bread. My best friend and I, we would go to the Four Seasons, and then we would go to Eckert's over in Belleville and get a fried chicken family meal and pig out. This is a thing that we do in the fall. We get our pumpkins. She and I take the day off work. It's a beautiful day. Last year, we went to Eckert's, their restaurant that they have there in Belleville. Great spot for
They
family
get good
dinner.
fried chicken there.
Oh, yes. But we were completely just shocked last fall when we went. They have discontinued their biscuits that they bring out.
Didn't they have
for
strawberry jam with them?
Free. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You
They're
guys are both so
greasy.
bummed.
They're warm. Grandmas are making them in the back. And we asked, we're like, where are the biscuits?
Well, the grandmas drank milkshakes from Frugals. And
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now they're picking pumpkins and apples and
in heaven.
Eckert's, bring it back. I don't know what happened.
So you're saying we shouldn't go now?
No, you should go, but just I want you to be prepared because there's other delicious things, but you're going to expect that they're going to bring out those biscuits at Eckert's, and it's not happening. And it was devastating.
Well, anyone that goes to start like, oh, where's those biscuits? You're supposed to bring them out.
Maybe you
Just
got to
keep
ask
asking.
for them.
No, we did. We go, hey,
Oh, so they're gone.
we're super fat. Where are these biscuits at? And the guy was like,
Where the
"Ooh,
biscuits at?
We're really sorry to tell you we've discontinued those biscuits.
Oh, well.
that's when you just go, "Brrrt,"
We're like,
and
we're
the
leaving.
chair
Like a
goes back
petition.
and you're out of there.
No,
You got to start like a movement.
I know.
I know the biscuits you're talking about,
Bring them
and
back.
they're good.
We can organize a protest or something out in front of that.
I would
place.
like to have a protest at Eckert's.
You saying Texas Roadhouse has that bread, or is it Lone Star? I always get those two.
Texas
confused.
Roadhouse. I think Texas
sweet.
Roadhouse essentially has the same bread as O'Charlie's used to have, but I think their butter's better.
Dope. This
right,
guy's
I'm
got
in.
a gift card. I'll go for the bread.
And might I say,
I fill up on bread. I don't think I've ever eaten my meal at Texas Roadhouse.
might I say that the Cheddar Bay biscuits at Red Lobster, if you get the mix,
Yeah, we made those.
they're good.
They are good.
I bought those
They're good.
Thanksgiving last year.
Aren't they great?
They were good.
Like you don't think I thought they were as far as me not going to Red Lobster.
Yeah.
I
Easy.
thought they were excellent.
I
thought
made
they were
it,
excellent.
I made them a couple times because I thought maybe I did it a little bit wrong. I know you guys talk such a big game about them. I'm going to recuse myself because I'm not a biscuit guy.
Did you use
I
like
used-
real cheddar cheese?
I
Because
used,
you got to
yes, I used everything. I mean, like awesome cheddar cheese.
You didn't use like that Dia's like vegan garbage.
No,
Okay.
no, no, no.
What?
'Cause I don't know what goes on at his house.
Listen, I did it by
Good
the book.
alternative cheese. Okay.
I did it by the box multiple times, and I'm not a biscuit guy, so I'm going to take myself out of this. Maybe you guys.
What? You're not a biscuit guy.
Apparently not. I don't think I'm a biscuit guy.
You're more bread. You want like a sliced.
Yeah, I forget the movie or the actor that said it or whatever. They were trying to describe biscuits, and they said, "Yeah, just imagine having a cupcake that just sucks all the humidity out of your mouth for you," and that's what a biscuit is for me.
City Slicker.
Done right.
Yeah.
Buttery biscuits.
Buttery
Nom, nom,
I
biscuits.
love biscuits.
Me too, man.
Not a chain, but
It's just a muffin that sponges everything
Shout
out of
out
my
to Lamberts.
face.
I think you've had some bad biscuits in your life.
Lambert.
shout out to Lamberts where they make you work for the bread.
That's right.
Yeah,
with
but
a
that's
throw
different.
roll?
But those are rolls.
I've never been.
Rolls
Yeah.
are different. Yeah,
Neither
yeah.
have I.
Biscuits are just like they're just vacuums for all the spit in my mouth.
Did you
I don't
know?
want that.
And this is a true fact about Lamberts. Has 2 locations now.
They have 3.
Sykeston's the one that we always hit.
Does
Springfield and down Alabama.
does Cracker Barrel do bread?
Cracker Barrel does biscuits.
They do biscuits,
and you get them for free.
Yeah, you get and
God
cornbread.
bless.
They have the cornbread biscuit one. They only put one,
I'm out.
so I would do the quick grab before you
Cracker Barrel. The boy and I went for a karate tournament in Springfield. There was a Cracker Barrel right there.
Yeah.
I like moisture.
I was like, free biscuits and gravy.
But
Dude.
I need moisture. I like my cookies sweaty. I like the brownies damn near half undone.
But Lamberts, though, and this is true. I know you and I have never been there, Lern.
Right.
It started with not rolls, but they used to throw soup at people.
I'm sorry. What?
They were breaking so many damn bowls. They're like, hey, this is not
Get
a
it.
great
Ranch leg
business model.
soup coming out. Hot soup.
People are getting burned, and they're like, we got to
There's
stop.
rat feet
This
floating
business
around.
model
People
sucks.
don't appreciate the soup. It's homemade.
I'm telling you, we got to throw something. It's on the sign.
Joyce, throw this.
All right. One more thing, one more food news thing, and then we'll move on. We got to do the Craigslist Freak of the Week thing. Best fast food mascots. Best fast food mascots.
We mentioned one.
You got to say Jack.
So
Yep.
the top 5 brand ambassadors, according to experts,
I'll fully
top
admit.
5.
Hamburglar.
I'll fully admit. I had the Jack in the Box thing on my antenna on the Cavalier.
I will say Jack in the Box, according to experts, and this is from a website called Study Finds, and they basically used 10 different food websites to figure out what the best food mascot is. I don't know. Listen, I don't know their methodology. They say, quote unquote, experts.
Okay.
Jack in the Box, number 5. Jack from Jack in the Box is the 5th best fast food mascot.
You said Hamburglar? Mm-hmm.
No.
Ronald?
Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Ronald?
Ronald's
Well, let me
not
talk to you about Jack in the Box. Jack and Jack in the Box, an adaptation of the fast food chain's original clown head mascot. The geometrical character has become a classic American mascot. The franchise has employed Jack in its advertising since 1994. Part of a larger rebranding effort after a 1993 food contamination scandal.
You got. Oh, that's the one that killed the folks. Remember that?
No.
Is that when they added in the box?
This guy does.
Oh, I know. That's where you got
1991 lemon pepper chicken sandwich. I'm not gonna say the
1992.
name.
I don't know anything about this 1993 food contamination scandal.
Dude, it's all on that. I think it's called. Is it
The
called,
food that killed us?
No,
yeah.
is it called Poison? No, there's a Netflix documentary right now. No, I'm serious. Three people died, and it all got traced back to contaminated stuff there. This was 93, and they needed a gnarly rebranding. You guys don't remember this? You
I
gotta
do.
No, I don't remember.
Like the little boy died, possibly. Was it hamburgers or something?
I don't know, but that.
I think
but so
so.
so after that, they rebranded and we got a guy with a big round ping pong ball head.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember that?
This should make everything okay. Everybody's gonna forget about us killing people.
Okay, so remember that Netflix thing that we talked about called The Devil You Know, or The Devil We Know? It was
Yes.
all about the stuff in your pans, your pots and pans and stuff. Same people made a thing that's on Netflix right now called Poisoned: The Dirty Truth About Your Food, and it starts with this whole it was E. coli, salmonella, and like the toxic waste stuff, and it turns out
All your Jack in the Box stuff.
it starts right around there, and they talk about 93 that led to a number of children's deaths and renewed sense of urgency about food regulations. And it was an E. coli outbreak, 0157.
Whoa.
Almost the point.
Anyway, so Jack from the Jack in the Box is number 5 as far as best fast food mascots. You said Ronald McDonald. He's number 2.
What about the Burger King?
The Burger King is number 3.
Whoa,
So my twin, number 1.
Yep.
Is who?
Wendy.
Wendy's number 4.
All right. So is it the one-legged rat from
Jared from
Olive
Subway.
Garden?
Oh boy.
No.
By the way,
Number
that documentary
That's good,
sucks.
yeah.
That documentary is not worth watching.
Yeah, the Jared Fogle documentary. It's not
Skip
good.
it. What about
Who's the number
Yo
one?
Quiero Taco Bell?
Oh,
No.
The
Colonel.
Chihuahua.
The Colonel. Oh. The Colonel.
No.
The Colonel
He
is the
did.
number 1
OG.
brand ambassador that a fast food restaurant has.
Makes sense.
Hey, good for us, guys. We're talking about fast food. We got 1 through 5.
Look at us.
Like that.
Yeah.
Who else
Can't
is
name
there?
other countries.
Who else
but
is
here
there?
I-
What do you mean, who else is there? Sure,
I mean,
there's-
yeah, of course. You could name like
Smell that chicken from
any of the-
Popeyes.
mascot.
It's a chicken drum, isn't it?
No, you could name any of the sub characters from McDonald's. Grimace and
Right.
the Hamburglar. But what other ones are there?
The Noid,
The Noid.
Noid,
okay.
yeah.
who
Also, bad press.
got caught up in some bad press. No fault of his own.
No fault of his own. Look up the story of Kenneth Noid.
What was the that one hamburger chain that was around and now they're out of business, but they had the boy holding up the tray of
Oh, Big Boy.
Big
Big
Boy.
Boy. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's fast food, though, right? Or was that fast
I don't
food, or
know.
was that more like a Shoney's?
Tell you what, the Sonic guys lasted a while. The 2 guys in the car.
Are they considered
Oh, yeah.
mascots?
Are they considered mascots?
I mean-
I don't know.
Oh, like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, Charles
Yeah.
Entertainment Cheese.
Yes,
Wendy's
it's Charles
not.
Edward Cheese
Wendy's number 4.
in the right circles.
I know, but
Wendy's.
I've never seen anyone like dressed up like Wendy. I've just seen her face on the sign.
She's,
I've never
you know-
seen an actual mascot.
Right.
So Wendy is based after
Dave Thomas's
daughter Melinda.
You know the other ones. There was a giant bear for A&W.
Yeah, okay.
It was like
yeah.
a Yogi Bear ripoff, and he had like a stocking cap on.
Oh, Arby's has the glove guy.
I thought it was a hat.
No, well, they have the hat, but remember the glove was in the commercials.
Oh
for a
yeah,
while?
that kind of looked like
No,
the
that was
hamburger helper guy.
I think the only other one would be the Taco Bell Chihuahua, but they haven't used that in a long time.
Arby's has that
Yeah,
hat
he got
because
ran
that's what
over.
the sandwiches are made
That's
of.
right. Somebody killed the Chihuahua.
There is a glove
Hey,
mascot.
can't start
from
this show
Arby's.
without talking about dead animals. So, guess
right.
the show has officially begun.
You brought up the rat.
That's true. I'm
Yeah, you did.
You're right.
You did.
I'll take it.
All right, Moon, if you would shut down the votes for
Okay.
the Craigslist Freak of the Week. It's the Craigslist Freak of the Year playoffs, and we're still in round number 1. This was another matchup featuring the number 8 seed, the number 9 seed, the number 24 seed, and the number 25 seed. So Lern read us the 4 past champions. You guys voted via Twitter, and 2 of the ads moving on to round number 2 of our playoffs. So it's a 32-team single elimination tournament. So here's how it goes, all based on your votes. In 4th place, never to be heard from again with 8.5% of your vote, it was nominee number 4, Padre the Giant. Goodbye, Padre. Now, Moon, I know you weren't here yesterday. This was the guy. He's 57 years old, and he's looking for somebody at least 20 years older to play his father.
Oh yeah. Didn't make it, huh?
Looking for an elderly man, at least 20 years my senior, to do some role playing and a lot of sexy and dirty stuff. So Padre the Giant, goodbye. In 4th place.
Padre the Giant.
In 3rd place with 12.8% of your votes, goodbye Sponge Bath SquarePants. This was the gentleman looking for a naughty night nurse. You're going to cook for him, give him sponge baths. Am I sick? Not in a literal sense. He will play patient. 1 week he'll have cancer. The next week he'll have shingles. Working all the way up to pretending to have eczema.
This is a guy that's going to be on the couch and he goes, hey, Nancy, today I have shingles. Can you please make me breakfast? Today I have a cold. Can you make me lunch?
Well, he's looking for another man. He is...
Hey, Nandor.
Nandor.
He is in possession of a real hospital bed, an IV drip pole, access to a ventilator.
What?
So sponge bath SquarePants.
Guy's got it all.
He gone.
Went to What We Do in the Shadows there for some reason.
Nandor. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs with 33.1% of your vote. Congratulations, Little Bobby.
Little Bobby, man for woman, 35 years old, Toronto. Hi, I'm Little Bobby, and I identify as a 3-year-old. If you're not into adult baby role, you can stop reading right now. I'm looking for a new mommy. Little Bobby needs his diaper changed right now. It's very dirty. I made a boom boom, and you have to clean it up. You've got to help toilet train Little Bobby. I have toilet time videos and books to guide you. When you come over, bring diapers, wipes, powder, and ointment. Little Bobby's got a rash on his big fat hiney. Don't be shocked when you walk in. My nursery is still under construction, and it's a bit messy at Little Bobby's place. If you happen to know an open-minded handyman, that would be a positive. You and I will make a great team. Please call soon. FYI, you'll need to feed me after my diaper change. I'm going to need a big-breasted woman. Looks are of no concern to Little Bobby.
There you go, Little Bobby. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs with 33.1% of your vote. That's the number 24 seed.
Wow.
That's a low-seeded.
Came a long way.
I'm surprised it wasn't the number one here, to be honest.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the number one vote getter this week, and also moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs.
I almost threw up when I read this yesterday, so here we go.
Was the number 8 seed, John Wilkes Tooth.
Lizard man for anyone, 38 years old, Vancouver. I am looking for someone to let me tickle their ivories. And before you ask, I don't play piano. I love teeth. I want to run my tongue across your pearly whites. No hygiene, no problem. I will lick them clean. It is all about the texture to me. The feel of a human's only exposed bones under the weight of my wet, probing tongue sends my quivering loins into overdrive.
Yeah.
Man, woman, anything in between, it's those choppers I'm after. Oh, the bigger, the better. Don't be ashamed if you're a buck-toothed bandit. Hang out with your fangs out. Lay back, open wide, and let me explore every inch of those incisors.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. My tongue is forked, so you and I share double the sensation. Let the lizard man do his thing. Bad breath is my only turnoff. 420 friendly. Have been known to ski from time to time.
Yeah.
And I also learned what skiing is.
Yeah. Congratulations, John Wilkes Tooth, who's been known to hit the slopes from time to time.
I was so bummed when that wasn't the case.
Yeah. When what wasn't the case?
You said the skiing meant something else.
Yeah. When it was
I
drugs.
was just picturing this happy guy skiing down the slopes.
So you also thought skiing was just actual skiing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Scott and I aren't doing coke lines on the weekends.
I'm hip
come
and
on.
stuff.
Contrary to popular belief.
A little bit.
I've had a guy with a forked tongue and an 8-ball show up at my house.
That's right. It's a story for another day.
Yes, indeed.
All right, your Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Charles, Missouri, Jake Overstreet is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Jake has been a podcast weirdo since 2017. Has not missed a show since 2020. Loves the additions of Lern and Rafe to the crew.
Aw, thanks.
And the delivery of knowledge that comes from the show, but in a comedy mindset. Jake loves just the two of us. He appreciates how the show always follows up with those in need in neighboring communities. Jake Overstreet from St. Charles is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. He gets that super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. We will take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:12 Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns tomorrow and Sunday. Get your tickets now. We have delays. 270 westbound between Lewis and Clark Boulevard and Dunn Road. Average speed's 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast, it's the last day of the heat wave. Expect a high of 102.
This is a Swamp Pass alert.
With a heat index from 110 to 115, low of 80. Right now it is 80 at the Point Studio, and your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
All right, so Lizzo is firing back. Your uncle Ted Nugent is banned from Facebook. The guy who showed up at Drew Barrymore's speaking engagement is back in the news. And then we're going to play a little game instead of a list of, can you guess the song and band?
Okay, I like that game.
Okay.
Can I guess the song and band?
Probably needs a different title than that,
okay.
but it's going to be fun.
I'll figure it out. We got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Friday Fail Stories happening. Rafe's In Memoriam happening. We'll give away some prizes. We'll do Fake News of Florida.
Dan Soder just mentioned your birthday, and there's some big birthdays today. A lot of big people
A lot of people born today,
celebrating birthdays, yes.
We'll get to crappy birthdays and porno birthday.
Personal friend of the show.
Wait, I'm going up and down. Going up and down the list. Going down the list.
Who's, let me see that.
Get out. Oh,
Really?
yeah, of course. Yes, I have him first and last on my list.
Oh, it is.
But
Did you hold that up? Even though
Is
I
it
can't
today?
read?
I guess so. But this is kind of a controversial thing because.
This person made good.
Oh, okay, good.
They did?
Yes. This
All right.
person did not call or text me on my birthday, but the next day this person came into the office and gave me a hug.
Fantastic. All right. All is well.
That's all you need.
Just a hug the next day?
Just a day late kiss.
I said you had 48 hours.
You have 48 hours.
Oh, and this person is getting a shout out.
Whoa. I guess they did.
Timely
make it.
one.
And he's getting a text message.
Oh, really? Should we all text at the same
Let's just do it right now.
This guy. No, don't do it now.
Well, I'm going to do it before you.
What?
Okay, well. One upper.
That's all right. All right.
What? No, I just have it ready. Ready?
All right.
Everybody ready?
No, but nobody knows who we're texting yet.
Well, but that's okay. We're going to do it right
I know
now.
who it is.
Here we
Do
go.
you?
I have it marked in my calendar already.
You do?
Don't tell him. So everybody text him except for Scott.
All right, hang on. We're doing this on the air.
Because he will get mad. That you didn't
I'm going to say
text
I
him.
love you the
Ready?
most.
3,
Wait. You jerk.
3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Hit it.
There we go. And nobody knows who we're talking about
Yep. You'll find out.
yet.
Stay tuned. It's cliffhanger.
Oh, my God. Did I text the right person?
People,
Holy cow.
people are guessing. If, by the way, if it's not this person's birthday, and you guys just made me look a fool,
Biggest prank ever.
Okay. All right. Just a couple pieces of audio I'd like to play for you before we move on to crap on celebrities. A woman at San Francisco filmed herself losing her mind
Yeah.
because an ambulance is parked in the bike lane.
How dare
Hey, share the road, bitches.
Yeah.
Share the road. This is a bike lane for bikes only. I don't care what medical emergency is happening. Park somewhere else.
Yeah.
Listen to how this woman loses it.
I am losing my mind. There is an ambulance in the bike lane. There is a business. They could park in. They could block the car lane. They could block the non-existent motorcycles parked lane and two other cars and an Amazon drive in the bike lane. And I am not even half a mile away from home on a rainy day. Unbelievable. They're killing us. They're killing us.
Yes, the ambulances are killing us.
Yes.
Thank God.
Overreaction?
might be a few issues going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
But my whole thing is, you film yourself losing your mind, and then you post it expecting people to go, shh,
She's right.
you're right. That's where the
I respect her for calling it out. She started the video with, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, right.
That's where I laugh, is the people that post things expecting one outcome and getting one totally different. I'm going to get everybody on my side, and I'm going to stop this epidemic of ambulances killing people. Well, good luck. Good luck. This is another one. This is a wild one. This is caught on a doorbell cam. So one of two men posing as an apartment maintenance worker, he was arrested in Dallas after the apartment owner shot at them through the door.
Whoa.
So I got the audio. So listen as this 30-year-old guy, Aaron Contreras, he claims he's there to check the air conditioning filter. Okay? Ethan Rodriguez is the homeowner, the guy who is in the apartment, whose apartment it is. He lies and says, I'm not home. He's talking through the ring bell.
Okay.
So now Aaron and another guy, they go, oh, he's not home. let's break in. So they start kicking the door. They start trying to kick the door down, but Ethan's home.
Oh, damn.
And as the two men are trying to kick the door down, Ethan starts shooting through the door.
Wow.
And this was like a scene remember in the scene in Pulp Fiction when it's Jules, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. The guy comes running out of it's one of the Arquettes comes running out of the room, just shooting.
It doesn't hit him at all.
And the bullets go behind them, and you see in the back like all the holes, and like it's a miracle.
Yeah.
None hit them. That's like this.
Damn.
Jeez.
This is wild. Listen to this.
Oh yes, they came to check your air filters. I'm not sure. This is 38277.
Oh, nobody's home right now. You'll have to wait until another day.
Oh, much appreciated.
Okay, so here to check the air filter. Ethan says nobody's home. Aaron says much appreciated.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to kick the door down. That's them kicking the door. And that's Ethan on the other side of the door going, not today.
That sounds like a more effective kick.
You know, I mean, let this serve to be, the sticky bandits out there trying to outsmart the homeowner with this type of criminal sense.
Well, they also knocked on the door across the hall to make sure nobody was home before they started kicking Ethan's door. And the outside of that apartment got hit several times by the bullets going through Ethan's door.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. These criminals obviously are idiots.
Did they say, was it a random thing or this guy maybe have something they liked?
But Ethan is like the guy whose house it was,
right.
Or whose apartment it was. They said, hey, you're trying to protect your home. You got two guys with guns who shot back.
Like, how did they pick the random?
Yeah.
Oh, so the two guys at the door had guns as well?
Too, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep. So, yeah, two wild videos.
Jeez.
That's scary. I mean, reminds me of The Purge.
All right, today is August 25th, back in the day. 84 years ago, 1939, The Wizard of Oz opens in theaters. Of course, starring Judy Garland as Scarecrow.
You guys ever dress up as any of those characters as kids? I was always Dorothy, so I'm asking for dudes.
She's really pushing this Wizard of Oz Halloween narrative.
I know. One day it will happen.
Keeps coming up.
It's not going to be this year.
No.
Because next week, we're going to announce what our Halloween plans are.
I know. I don't get my dream.
And there's another theme. And it's going to be a themed party.
And we have to dress up to the theme?
You don't have to.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Thanks.
We do.
You can do whatever you want.
We're legally obligated.
Yeah.
But I will be dressing as something from the theme that we'll be announcing next week. Anyway. 48 years ago, 1975, Bruce Springsteen releases his third record, Born to Run. That's the one with Thunder Road. She's the one in Jungle Land. 47 years ago, 1976, this band releases one of the best-selling debut albums of all time.
I'm sorry, year again?
1976. What?
Boston.
Somebody in the chat just got me. Well played. They said, so did they replace the air filter?
What'd you say, Moon?
Boston.
That's right. Boston releases their self-titled album this day, 1976.
One of the greatest ever.
You and Brad Delp just get the hell out of
Dude,
here.
I'm telling you, man.
R.I.P. Brad Delp.
R.I.P. Yeah,
R.I.P.
he committed
Tom
suicide.
rules. That whole
Was it Tom Scholl?
Yeah, the way
He
that
doesn't rule.
Okay. Well, his music and his brilliance as far as that goes does. I have no idea what you're talking about. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Tom Scholes, when we had the pig roast over at Casey a couple years, he's a vegan, and I love vegans. Tom Scholes made us change the name of the festival over there, to a different thing from the pig roast, because he was like, I will not play if you have this. And that was like Casey's Point Fest.
Yes. I would have said,
I love your love of Boston, but I have like a
I would say that. I would
thing in
say
my heart for Tom
you're not
Scholes.
playing.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. If that's where his convictions are, then just go. Well, we'll either do it or we won't have you play, and that's.
We had him play.
I will not be held
What'd
hostage.
you call it?
That just makes him.
It was just
convicted.
a regular show. It wasn't even like a
Have
thing.
fun.
I will not be held hostage by anybody from Boston.
That record is.
It is a good record. 37 years ago, 1986, also a great record, Paul Simon releases Graceland. 29 years ago, 1994, beautiful Billy Joel and hideous Christy Brinkley were granted a divorce after a 9-year
The
marriage.
hideous Christy Brinkley.
Boy, did she age not human. Because good night.
Good, yeah. Good Lord.
She is.
She made a deal
still
with the devil.
Stupidly gorgeous.
25 years ago, 1998, Lauryn Hill from the Fugees puts out her debut solo record, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. 22 years ago, 2001, Aaliyah dies in a plane crash in the Bahamas. She was 22. Lern brought her up earlier this week.
With the Tommy Hilfiger ads.
You killed Aaliyah.
I did not kill
Back in
Aaliyah.
2000.
In fact, I remember when she died. Remember, because she was out filming, I think she was flying in that private plane to film Rock the Boat.
Yes, it was a video.
And that video is so gorgeous. She looks so beautiful. Great song.
And it was
she
negligence,
died.
basically. They overloaded the plane.
Yeah.
They overloaded the plane she was on, and the plane crashed almost immediately after takeoff.
Her fiance or boyfriend at the time, I believe he is still living. I always felt bad for him because, I mean, she just seemed like such a cool girl, and he just was so in love. I don't think he ever moved on, like got remarried or anything. Like, sad.
11 years ago today in 2012, Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, dies at the age of 82. And 5 years ago today in 2018, U.S. Senator John McCain dies at the age of 81 from brain cancer. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crab on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Lizzo is firing back at the harassment and labor allegations by former dancers. Her attorney, Marty Singer, told TMZ that the entertainer plans to countersue her accusers after photos appeared of them happily carousing and gleefully reveling with nude performers in Paris. The dancers pointed to another incident involving a naked performer in their sexual harassment claim against Lizzo.
Right, so they were saying that Lizzo forced them to go to a strip club in Amsterdam. Forced them to, touch boobies and do weird things with bananas.
Yeah, and also weight shamed them, which Lizzo has been so body positive, and weight shaming I feel like is not something that she would do. She's just been such an advocate for all bodies. So that part of it, I have a hard time believing.
That's what she wants you to think.
Oh.
Possibly, but I don't know.
That's what Lizzo wants you to think.
Why are you hating on Lizzo? I think I don't know. That part to me is the red flag that I'm like, what? No way. We'll
You
see
don't
how it
know what
goes.
goes on behind closed doors?
Sure. But apparently, this nude experience.
So the people suing her are saying, you guys made us go to this, Lizzo, you made me go to the strip club. And now Lizzo's like, well, here you are, smiling.
Having a great time.
Having a great time with these strippers. What's the truth?
What is the truth? We'll find out. Ted Nugent says he's been banned from Facebook. He wrote on Twitter, big Xers, Uncle Ted reporting for duty since the Facebook commies have banned me. What an honor. See you here, there, and everywhere. Censorship does not exist. Yell freedom like you mean it. The Nuge then posted a video on Instagram. It's Uncle Ted reporting for duty because I've been censored, banished from Facebook. And you know why? Because the Nazis don't like my Schindler's List. Good over evil. Stand up for what you believe in. I am the great white buffalo. We look for storms. Let's get it on. Now, nobody knows why Nuge was banned from Facebook, but what's hilarious about this is I don't think he knows that Meta also owns Instagram. Right. So, anyway, somebody needs to call Uncle Ted.
Were you there, Casey, when Ted Nugent came to play Guitar Hero?
No, I was not.
Oh, that may have been before you got there.
Yeah.
So Ted Nugent
was it a blast?
He was not good. He was
a Guitar Hero?
Most guitar players are nerds.
Yeah. I mean, Ted Nugent, great guitar player, legendary guitar player. I think Stranglehold was one of the songs that was on Guitar Hero. Yeah, he didn't do great.
Well, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's
Come on,
not
it's
like
a video game.
No.
We talked earlier this week about the guy who came up to Drew Barrymore while she was on stage in New York City and said, "You know who I am. I need to see you at some point while I'm in New York." Well, he was really serious about needing to see her. He got arrested on her property Wednesday for trespassing at her farmhouse in Southampton. He apparently went house to house trying to figure out which of these houses in the farmland was Drew Barrymore's. Luckily, Drew wasn't there.
Same dude.
Same dude.
Whoa.
I mean, total psycho. He was arrested getting a charge of stalking, as he should. Chrissy Teigen, your favorite celebrity of all time.
Man, she is so brave.
So brave.
Well, people are review bombing
everything she does.
Chrissy Teigen's new $1,000 stroller wagon. We talked about the Jeep stroller wagon,
which I saw a couple times this last weekend, and they are awesome.
They're awesome at Target, right? Like you could fit two adults in there.
Festival of the Little Hills, like every 15th couple that had like a couple kids, they were dragging that thing. I was like, whoa, look at that. Accessories hanging off the side.
Looks
look at the
cool.
roof.
Yeah,
oh,
the
it's
stickers
so
on there.
Okay, Chrissy Teigen,
Yeah.
another one who was so positive and pro.
I know. She was bullying people.
And was telling other women to kill themselves on DM.
Listen, when that news broke, it was awful to hear. I have 2 of her cookbooks at home, and they're amazing.
She's the worst.
She has since apologized for that bullying publicly. Well, anyway, Chrissy's limited edition.
That's what I got to say about that.
You're so triggered right now. W4 pedal pop stroller wagon. It retails for $999. It's a disaster look. It looks like cotton candy. It's a pink flowery design. It's really lame. Get the Jeep one. But there's all sorts of reviews coming in because it just came out. It sold out, this stroller wagon. Okay.
Let me see. Can I see a picture of this thing?
It's a pedal pop stroller wagon.
Whatever it is, you can bet your ass it's worth $1,000.
Oh, this thing is absurd looking. It has 1.5 out of 5-star reviews. That's the
Says Chrissy Teigen.
PAL. Sorry. Pedal. Like a Scott already. Yep. It's
1 star.
It's pretty bad. At
Is it
1.5.
This dumb looking thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that is ugly, actually.
Dude, that is sweet. It has wheels.
It's a hot dog cart.
It's a rolling crib.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks.
It's going to break in
Now
the middle,
look up
too.
Moon, would you mind looking up the Jeep one just to show like where your money should actually go if you're a parent? Because
I disagree on both counts, but
The kids, what's it called? This
The Jeep Wrangler
look at
Deluxe.
this
Jeep Wrangler stroller
check
wagon.
this thing out, man. This is
yeah, dude.
look at
This
that.
thing is pretty sick.
That
Look,
is sick.
look.
It's not as much of a monstrosity as the other one.
right.
But
No,
still,
it's much lower frame. I mean, this is like half the size of that pedal power.
Give me
Neutral
one of those
color.
umbrella strollers where the kid has a chance to fold up in
Yeah.
it.
yes.
That's what. Hey, got to
Hey.
toughen the kid up.
That's right.
I want a stroller where the kid has a chance to fold up inside it.
Look at this. It's got car seat mode, stroller mode, wagon mode, and it's way cooler.
And it's $300.
Comes
That
with
other one
still-
was
Will I
$1,000.
still see a dad losing his mind trying to fold it up and get it in the back of a minivan
Oh, definitely.
after an event? That's
Look at
all
that.
I care about
It's
with
got a
strollers.
roof.
This is a new.
Shades.
This is a new parent purchase.
Is it?
This is something a
Yeah.
new parent would buy because they want top of the line everything. And you know what? They wind up.
What?
Dad is struggling to fold this thing up.
Into
it
the
can't fit in the
trash.
car.
Yep.
It never. And you buy a umbrella stroller.
Pop.
That's weighs 2 pounds. Is the cheapest thing ever made, and it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, as soon
And
as
it
the kid,
cost $15.
as soon as a kid can hold its own head up and not fall forward onto the concrete, you get one of those.
You don't need any of this.
And you know
stuff.
what? You don't even get one of those. You ask somebody, "Hey, you got one of those things in your
Right.
basement laying around?" They go,
Hand me
"Oh
down.
yeah, we got 3 of those."
The umbrella strollers, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
Symptomatic of like, I don't think your kids need to travel like Prince John and Disney's
Oh,
Robin
yeah.
Hood.
It's a little Pope mobile.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it is.
some do.
It's like a little Pope mobile.
Yeah, but this is all status
Thatcher
stuff.
travels in nothing.
Yo, you got some.
Thatcher
under
travels in a
$400.
padded cell.
You got some mom and dad pushing their kid around Clayton. They're gonna be. They have.
This
It's a
is the way to
status
go.
symbol. Like they have to do this crap.
That's
I'm
why it's
into it.
dumb.
Anyway, on a serious
It's
note,
dumb.
we are pivoting. Rest in peace. WWE superstar Bray Wyatt died unexpectedly of a heart
this is-
attack on Thursday. He's only 36.
I seen this guy wrestle.
And The Rock wrote, "I'm heartbroken over the news of Bray Wyatt's passing. Always had tremendous respect and love for him and the Rotunda family. Loved his presence, promos, in the ring work, and connection with the WWE universe." I was reading into this. So he had about a COVID and had a lot of heart complications after that, which is one of the things that you need to look into if you've had COVID. Make sure you're treating your heart well because it can definitely do stuff to your organs. But 36 years old, another athlete dead.
So his real name is Wyndham Rotunda.
Yeah.
What a name.
Yeah.
But his
Cool
dad
name.
was a wrestler. His dad
Wyndham-
was IRS.
Wyndham Rotunda sounds like a Mortal Kombat finishing move.
Do you remember IRS? What happened, Rafe?
Erwin R. Shyster.
That's
right?
Bray Wyatt's dad.
Yeah.
His grandfather was Blackjack Mulligan.
Wow.
So he comes from, I think his brother is a wrestler too. Like a whole wrestling family.
It's
Yeah.
a dynasty.
It's really sad.
But R.I.P. Bray Wyatt.
R.I.P.
Wyndham Rotunda.
Movies out this weekend. You got Gran Turismo. This is his name Archie Madekwe. He plays Gran Turismo, the player trying to convert his video game skills into racing professionally for Nissan.
I hear that movie's pretty damn good.
Orlando Bloom,
what
David
is it?
Harbour.
Gran Turismo. The
Oh
movie.
yeah. Did I?
I read. I don't know the Rotten Tomatoes on it, but
It's like a true story about some young dude, right?
It's not based on the game? It's got to be based on that game.
Yeah, but I thought there was some. I saw some behind
It's
the
based on a
scenes
true
thing.
story.
Based on a true story. 61%.
Video game skills into racing professionally.
Yeah, you know what? You know what it's based on? It's based on a kid who was playing the game and was a gamer kid. Got so into it that he worked his way up to become a professional driver. It's like a true story
That
about
is
some
cool.
cat. Yeah. That's what
All
it
right,
was.
I'm in.
Also in theaters, Retribution, which might as well be called Taken 5 because Liam Neeson plays like a grandfather role of I will find you. While driving his kids to school, Liam Neeson receives a call from a mysterious bomber that tells him his car is wired to explode.
His movies are awesome.
They're all the same.
24% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
He rules.
For the Gran Turismo?
No, for Retribution.
Oh, okay.
Gran Turismo, 61%.
Should we all just try to get some kind of rally to go where we get Retribution to be the #1 movie in America, where it just grosses an insane amount?
Just give him what he needs.
You know what is getting great reviews, and I think I'm going to watch it this weekend with the family, is the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, yeah.
You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah.
With his daughters.
Or Bat Mitzvah.
It's going to look, it looks good. The trailer looks really
It's,
good.
This is
it's got
another-
91%.
This is a
on Rotten
Netflix
Tomatoes.
contract?
Yeah.
What?
It's getting great reviews.
Well,
His daughters are funny.
it's no Sandy Wexler. Worst movie ever.
Dude, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes with full reviews.
I'm going to be watching that too.
Interesting.
And finally, we're playing a little game here. We'll see how this goes. I have the scoreboard out.
Okay.
50 sets of rock songs that share the same title of song, okay? And we'll just do a couple of these.
Okay, so
So
give
like
me an example.
okay, so the song 1984. What comes to mind?
The song is called 1984.
1984.
Well, I feel like it's a year off from the SR-71 made famous by Bowling for Soup, 1985.
No.
No.
Well, for instance, Van Halen had a song called 1984 and an album, as well as David Bowie.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Here's an easy one.
All right.
Africa.
Toto.
Yeah, Toto.
I think of the really silly video,
Yeah?
and I think of Steve Lukather.
Toto. Yeah, but what's the other band that's got a song named
called
Africa?
Weezer.
No,
No, that's a cover of.
But very good. Very good try.
No.
Oh,
Okay. Why don't you tell us?
Hall & Oates.
Oh, of course.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
This is going to be a
I
terrible
missed the song.
game.
We're good.
Gosh,
No, we're good.
damn it.
We're good. Next one.
Point
Let's
for Rizz.
rebound, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All I Want Is You.
Sheryl Crow.
No. That's all I want to do.
All I wanna
is
do.
have
Damn
some
it.
Fun.
All right, Carrie.
To have some fun.
This is a hard one. This is a terrible game. Roxy Music, Carly Simon, U2, and Brian Adams. All would have been
okay.
answered.
Oh.
Let's
We got
try
him
again.
next
Let's
one.
try
Next
again.
one.
I'm gonna go.
Next
I'm gonna
one.
go more mainstream.
Rebound.
We got him.
Rebound.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Riz has -1.
We all have points.
Changes
Changes David Bowie.
And Tupac.
and rock songs. But yes, you're
Changes.
Boo.
right. Rap is not no other genre, just rock.
So, okay.
You got
David
it.
Bowie. Changes.
And you know this other band. Changes. Think
What
about it.
era are they from, the other band?
70s up until 2016.
The Fall Guy.
Who's the original?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Black Sabbath.
Black
I'm going
Sabbath.
to give it to Riz.
All right.
Very good. We're on the board.
Going through changes, right?
Yes.
So the Tupac one is even cooler.
Okay, here we go.
Bruce Hornsby.
Rock songs.
Creep.
TLC.
And
Not-
and Radiohead.
No. Stone Pilots, Radiohead.
Yes. Point for Riz.
Dang.
Point for Riz.
What's the first thing you said?
Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. This is another easy one. Again, we're going to do buzzing in. Say your name first because you're getting out of control. Dreams. Think about this.
Moon.
Moon.
Let's go Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
And the other
Rizz.
Riz.
Van Halen.
Van Halen, point for both of you.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
All right, here we go. Drive.
I think you get a point for naming
Scott.
one.
Moon.
Rizz.
Oh, Scott had it first.
Scott.
Incubus
I'm going to give it to you. Yes.
and
Rizz.
Just
Riz.
say the cars.
Rizz.
Okay, point for Scott.
You didn't buzz in.
Riz.
The Cars.
The Cars. Okay, very good.
thank you.
I didn't even know there was a song called Drive by the Cars. I just assumed they had to have
He's
made one.
going to drive you home.
Oh, that's that one?
Yeah. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Here we go. Learning
First
to
rule.
fly.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Petty.
Okay.
He almost said
Point for
Lern.
Rafe.
I don't know the other one, but we're getting a point for the first
I
one.
said it first.
Don't
I
you
said
say-
it first. Foo Fighters.
Wrong.
Very good.
Rizz.
No, you
Riz.
said
Pink Floyd.
Yes.
you said learning to fly. That it's learn to fly from Foo Fighters.
Yes.
-1 for King Scott.
That's right.
So it's Learning to Fly from Tom Petty
You didn't
and
get a
from
point
Riz
for
got-
calling me out.
Riz and Moon both get a point. Okay.
Yeah.
I
did
get like
get a
a half
point.
a point.
You're
There's
calling
no
him
way.
out.
How did you get a point?
Because he knew the
I
rules.
love this game. Learn
Okay,
does
here we
this
go.
right.
1.
Rizz.
Riz.
Metallica.
I forgot my name
and
again.
U2.
Very good, Rizz.
Darn, that was one that I could have had.
Okay, let's do photograph.
Moon.
Scott.
Moon.
Oh, Nickelback, and I don't got
Scott.
Scott.
The verb pipe.
Rizz.
Rizz.
Def Leppard.
Very good.
I think theirs is.
Also would have taken
I think
Weezer.
I think Verve Pipe.
What was the name of that song?
Does
Photograph.
Verve Pipe have a song named Photograph?
they do.
Okay. Scott gets a point, too.
Boom.
Fine.
Wow.
That's a good one. That's a deep cut, right?
No one knows Verve Pipe deep cuts.
No, I think we played.
No, it was a single,
we played
but I
that.
mean that's
Oh.
that's
Point
far down. That's pretty impressive.
All right, one last
That's
one.
the best one so
I
far.
was impressed regardless. That was pretty great.
This will be good if anybody gets it. Heartbreaker.
Riz.
Rizz.
Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Stall. I'd buzz you on. There was an
Scott.
Think female.
Joan Jett.
Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Moon.
Moon.
Heartbreaker. He. It's Carly Simon.
Riz.
No. Rizz.
Joan Jett.
No.
Riz.
Scott.
Rizz.
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. Very good. Rizz
Henry.
won.
Dolly Parton.
That
Say
was
Billy Ray Cyrus.
I had the songs
Hillary
in my
Clinton.
head. I could never tell you who did it. Oh my
Just naming
gosh.
females.
This is a terrible
Yeah.
game. Sorry, guys.
No,
was an awesome
who
game.
won?
You did.
All right.
Who got third or fourth?
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Blake Lively is 36. Rachel Bilson is 42. Kel Mitchell. Anybody know who that is?
Keenan and
Kenan
Kel?
That's right, Kenan
I
and Kel.
saw
I
the
loved him.
trailer for Good Burger,
Oh, yeah.
the new one.
He was the hotter of the two, of Keenan and Kel.
There is
Kel
a
was
new-
got it going
I'm
on.
telling.
There is a new Good Burger coming.
Kel is 45. Alexander Skarsgård is 47. Marvin Harrison, the former NFL superstar, is 51. Jody Messina is 53. Robert Horry, that's the retired NBA role player who managed to hit clutch shots for 7 championship teams. 2 with Olajuwon's Rockets, 3 with Shaq and Kobe's Lakers, and 2 with Duncan's Spurs. Claudia Schiffer is 53, still magnificent, although my dad said he would never date her. Although she's beautiful, she has Schiffer brains. Rachel...
Claudia Schiffer.
Rachel Ray is 55. DJ Terminator X is from Public Enemy is 57. Blair Underwood is 59. Billy Ray Cyrus, 3 first names, is 62. Joanne Whalley, or is it Whaley? I think it's Whalley. That's she was once married to Val Kilmer. She was Willow, you know, the gal from Willow.
Oh, yeah.
with the
Gorgeous.
sweet. Yep. She was 62. Tim Burton. Tim Burton turned 65 today. Elvis Costello is 69. Rob Halford from Judas Priest is 72. Gene Simmons
From Kiss.
is 74. Raleigh Fingers, the great pitcher, and even greater mustache, is 77. And Tom Skerritt, still awesome, still kicking it. Yes, he is Maverick's chief flight instructor in Top Gun. He is 90 years old. But more importantly than everyone, of course,
Yes.
is good friend of the Rizz Show, Polo Asensio.
Happy birthday, Polo.
Turned 68
Asensio.
years old today.
Guys, I think he gave me his burner phone number because I texted him and it bounced back. It was like, this is an incomplete phone number.
Dang.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Polo.
man.
And speaking of tacos,
Luis Cupianos.
What's up, dudes? Hi, guys.
Becca and Chef Will from Rockstar Tacos in the house.
Hello.
Good morning. Is Will just going to stand in the back?
I can't.
You're not speaking today?
No, he's not speaking.
You look so gorgeous this morning.
Look at that.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, before we get to what you're here for, first I want to say I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
And let me do today's porno birthday.
Yes.
And happy birthday, Polo. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Whitney Stevens. And today's birthday girl has been in 319 fine films, including American Swingers. She was in Bang Van 11, Big Boob Bonanza, Big Sausage Pizza 15, Boobaholics Anonymous 4, Chunky Butts 2, Great Big Boobies 1,
Wow.
Lern's favorite, I Love Ass Cheeks 2,
Hell yeah.
Rafe's favorite, Old Geezers, Young Teasers 2,
Yeah, the sequel was better than the original.
King Scott's favorites, Stacked Street Sluts 1 and 2,
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
and who could forget a roll in 2009's Moon's favorite, Tunnel Butts 2.
Yeah.
Tunnel
Was that
Butts 2.
sci-fi?
Tunnel Butt fan.
Whitney Stevens is 36 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. And welcome Becca and Chef Will from Rockstar Taco down on Shaw, right on the hill.
Happy to be here.
Happy to have you guys.
We brought presents.
That's always great. But you didn't have to.
I know.
What would you bring?
us?
We will accept.
You didn't have to.
Chorizo con huevos.
Oh,
Chorizo and egg breakfast
Gracias.
tacos.
Yeah, okay.
Muchas
That's where it all comes apart.
Yeah, whenever food comes in the studio, the whole show goes to
Off the rails.
We
the
forget
whole
what
show
we planned.
comes to a grinding halt.
Everything just goes haywire.
But no, you guys are here for a very good reason.
Yes.
To announce something that you're doing with our buddies in Guar. The show is next Wednesday over at the pageant.
Yep.
This will be the second time Guar's playing the pageant.
I thought they used to play only at Pops, and pageant's like, come on down.
Well,
Instead
were
of
you guys at the first show?
Yeah. I was.
Oh,
he was there.
Will
instead of
was.
spraying blood and you know what all over the crowd, they're just going to do like what taco meat and cheese.
Well,
Febreze?
so King Scott and I
It's
were
all edible.
at the first Guar show over the pageant, and I know the pageant was very worried. If you've ever been to a Guar show, the thing is people wear white shirts. Okay, they wear white shirts into the show, and it's like a badge of honor to have that white shirt be completely red and wet as you walk out.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're spraying fake blood and all sorts of
Bodily fluids.
bodily fluids from the stage. Now, the pageant was worried. Now the floor of the pageant is nice. That's a nice wood.
Yeah.
So by the time the Guar show was over, the last one, there was about 2 inches of fluid, red fluid on the ground. Now, I know the people at the pageant had to talk to Guar's fluid guy, which they do have a fluid guy, to get the exact ingredients of what they are going to be spraying on the crowd, just to make sure it doesn't stain the floor.
And you know what's amazing? And I don't think I've ever brought this up on air, but like, if you're a band and you're putting together these shows, let's say you bring confetti or something like that, you have to pay extra fees for cleanup fees. And I want to know at the end of the year when their CPA is doing their taxes, what does Guar spend just in cleanup fees? It's got to be outrageous. It's got to, like, they're going to go like, oh, okay, you spent $550,000 on the bus, blah 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 blah, $814,000 just on cleanup fees for your nasty bodily fluid stuff that they're vacuuming out of the pageant and everywhere else.
No,
It's
but
gotta be
they
crazy.
squeegeed that all out. It was fine.
It's crazy.
It was clean.
It was
fluid
clean.
system
By the time we
alone is
left,
worth.
it was clean.
Yeah, but Guar does travel with a fluids guy.
Yes.
Which
CO2 and fluids.
For our show, for the Rizz show, Rafe is our fluids guy. So if you have any questions about
I'm glad somebody's in between me.
fluids having
I
to do
can
with
get
the
it
show,
over there.
Rafe is the guy. But last year, King Scott was sacrificed on stage.
Yeah, it was a sad night.
Sad night. We lost King Scott.
She was executed on her birthday last year.
I was.
Congrats.
I was. We drove down to Columbia, the Blue Note. Speaking of worrying about fluids on the floor, I thought that whole place was going to blow down during that show.
Really?
It's a little like rickety as it is, but they literally had carpet and plastic
And rolled it up.
and
took it out.
squeegeed into the middle of the floor to get all the fluids out. But it was my birthday, and our friend Chris was like, well, you have to go down there and get sacrificed on your birthday. So
yeah.
So I had a Rockstar Tacos white T-shirt made.
Specifically for the Guar show.
Specifically for the Guar show. We rushed it so it would get there in time. Drove down. I made Blothar lose his composure, actually. Most of the time it's like celebrities, like radio people or, giveaway winners. But my background's in theater, so I was up there shaking and crying. And
so you really hammed it up.
I really hammed it up, and he lost the train and just started laughing.
He was laughing. He wasn't going like, "Are you serious? Like, you okay?"
No, he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." So
you're really play. And so listen, if you've never seen Guar before, have you seen?
Yeah. We played a bunch of festivals with them, and by the way, they even do all the fluids and everything at festivals. And I'm not sure they tell everybody.
Have you seen them before? Right?
I have, and there's something intrinsically funny in the sentence. I saw Blothar lose his composure. Normally, he's a very reserved guy.
Have you guys ever
They're
seen?
excellent musicians.
They really are.
They're incredible.
People.
And they're the nice.
Involved in the Guar show next Wednesday.
We've been feeding them Guarbecue for a few years now. Every time they come in town.
Guarbecue, love that.
It's delicious. I get really excited every time. Actually, it's my favorite thing. So we are partnering with Indigoot Entertainment, their management company, to bring a raffle to the public. For every $25 you donate to Play It Forward STL, which I'll talk about them in a second, you get your name put into a raffle to win dinner for two at Rockstar Tacos, 2 tickets to the show, and one of you gets to get executed on stage.
Well, that's cool.
So for every $25 you spend is an entry into the raffle.
Yep.
at what's the name of the place?
Playitforwardstl.org is where you can go.
Playitforwardstl.org. We'll put a link. We'll link on all our socials.
You just list your name fully and then GWAR, and that's how your name will get in the raffle for every $25. Our friend Sam at Play It Forward, they get instruments into the hands of kids that can't afford them.
Oh, awesome.
So whether it's through school programs or people donating, if you have a trumpet you haven't touched in 20 years, this is the best place for you to
donate it to.
That's so cool.
They use the funds to help polish things up and get things ready for kids grade school through high school to play.
Well, that's awesome.
You can also drop instruments off at the restaurant.
Yeah, we're like a permanent pickup place.
And that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so
They
Play
had
It
that
Forward.
when I was a kid. I wouldn't. My mom bought me a piccolo, and that ended my musical career pretty quickly.
You'd have played
It was the
clarinet.
cheapest. No, I might have got that sax I wanted. Somebody would have donated a sweet alto sax.
She brought you a piccolo?
Yeah, it was the cheapest instrument, man.
Better than
I
a
think she
male
wanted
organ?
to see my resolve, and there was none. I went into my room thinking I was going to open an alto sax or a guitar, and I was like, that's a small case for a saxophone. And it was a piccolo that was this big, which would be hilarious now at my size if I was a renowned piccolo player with giant sausage fingers.
Damn
But
fear.
this is a good thing. Donate. This is a good thing.
You still see if you still had the piccolo.
You may
could
have
donate
deprived the world of one of the greatest sax players of all time.
Is it any instrument? Like you can donate?
Literally any
Oh,
instrument.
that's
No
the
piccolos.
coolest, man.
I got a kazoo.
All the piccolos.
Yeah, I got an abundance of oboes at my house, so I'll be dropping those off.
Obamabo?
Oboes. No, that's a great.
It's awesome.
great
What Sam
event.
does is really, really cool.
So play it again.
Play It Forward,
Play it
STL.
forward, STL.org.
The GoFundMe's on their homepage, and you just list your full name, GWAR, and whatever monetary donation you feel. So if you donate $100, your name is going in the raffle 4 times.
Awesome. That's wonderful. And again, we'll put it up, on all our socials, and everybody will start donating. And listen, even just dinner at your guys' place, is amazing. That's worth entry enough.
It's all right.
I'd say so.
I brought my mother there.
Yes.
Rosie.
She really enjoyed it.
Good.
Like she goes, that taco place is good. We don't have anything like that at where I live. Oh yeah, it's good.
Brooklyn.
I wouldn't bring you to crap.
True.
I wouldn't bring you to a crappy place. But and thanks you guys for showing up to my birthday party.
Oh my gosh, we wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Nice to see you guys last
We
week.
don't get out terribly often, so we were like,
Well, you guys are very busy.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
You
Very
guys are busy.
I can't even speak anymore.
That's right.
Sentence former, not me anymore.
So play it forward, STL.org. Make that donation. Get entered to be sacrificed at the GWAR show next Wednesday over the pageant. Dinner at Rockstar Taco. Again, that's awesome enough. But it's a great charity, a great endeavor, and we love you guys.
Love you too.
Thank you for the tacos.
of course.
There we go. Chef Will and Becca from Rockstar Taco. Go see them. Go have dinner tonight over there. And we got to take a break. Up next, Rafe's In Memoriam. It is straight up 8 o'clock Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. IndyCar returns tomorrow and Sunday. Get your tickets now. Lane block due to a crash 270 northbound at 64. We also have a lane block due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound at Doherty Ferry. And we have delays 270 eastbound between 255 and 44. Average speeds 30 miles an hour. Your point forecast today, last day of the heat wave. Expect a high of 102. Heat index of 110 to 115.
This is a Swamp Ass Alert.
Low of 80. Right now it's 82 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Did you release the number 2 show with Warhorse on it yet?
I did yesterday.
That is up and ready for you to watch. The number 2 show with Rafe on YouTube.
Yeah. Yesterday's episode was on top 5 wrestling heels of all time, and WWE took a couple hits. We'll get to those in the In Memoriam.
Yep.
But, you should check it out.
Without further ado, let's get to this week's In Memoriam.
All right, I like it when we get right out of the gate. This week's In Memoriam brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternatives. Discover Aquamation, the natural, gentle, eco-friendly alternative to fire-based cremation. For those of you unfamiliar with the In Memoriam, it is when we say goodbye to those we lost this week due to our opinions, comments, or their own delusions, as they sent us emails and messages letting us know how displeased and upset they were with some of the things we said. There were a lot this week. I had to sort through them and pick some of my favorites. So without further ado, let's get started. the first person we lost this week. Flustered, full-size van owners. Had a few emails from unhappy diehard full-size van drivers when we reflected on what caused the decline of ownership, and we posited the theory that chomos killed the van movement. While I understand this was hard for you to hear as you lay in the back of your shag-carpeted party wagon staring at your lava lamp and listening to our program on your 8-track/AM/FM radio, you have to understand that your chosen mode of transportation has been scaring the living hell out of parents since 1983. While admittedly cool on the inside, from the outside, your vehicle looks like a chariot for Chester the Molester and the windowless torture dungeon for small children that would send shivers down the spine of even that witch from Hansel and Gretel. And even though you put a Salt Life and Coexist bumper sticker on the back, this actually didn't help set you apart from the chomos at all. In fact, it kind of reads like an updated version of Free Candy and Puppies spray painted down the side. I respect that you're all about that van life, but you got to stop cruising the malls and the Six Flag parking lot because you are killing the vibes, Buffalo Bill. If you have to leave us, we will miss you, but please don't come within 500 feet of the station. Next up, Stevie Nicks fans, a.k.a. self-identifying Wiccans. We caught some heat this week, both in the room from Lern and online, when we discussed Stevie Nicks and her fan base. I rubbed folks the wrong way when I said her concert goers looked like a bunch of middle-aged women dressed up like dream catchers. And then Rizz said she sounded like a bleeding goat every time she opened her mouth. Our bad. But this is where you break the chain and go your own way. Our bad. Goodbye. Forever.
You guys.
Next up, ceiling fan kids with notched noggins. Again, we upset some folks this week when we pointed out that thousands of kids a year are going to the ER with injuries from being thrown up into ceiling fans by whom we assume to be overzealous uncles at least 99% of the time. We are sorry that you were a victim of an almost lethal game of upsy-daisy that gave you a concave forehead and or caused your hair to become a permanent skullet. It was insensitive when I referred to your very real and serious condition as Hampton Bay head or dented dome syndrome. I regret it, and I'm sorry to lose you in a fan. I mean as a fan. I mean as a follower. And while we're on the subject of the density and strength of children's craniums, next up are the TikTok eggheads. We also somehow angered a bunch of people this week for going the other way on the toughness of children's skulls. When we said people complaining about the TikTok trend of cracking an egg over a child's head as a cooking prank was no big deal, and with one woman going as far as to educate us that with a child's soft spot, an egg to the scalp could be literally deadly. Lady, get a grip. They weren't making these videos in the NICU cracking hard-boiled eggs over the delicate heads of preemies. These were toddlers, and while, yes, they may have severe psychological brain damage from the parents using them as props to grow their own social media following, them eggs didn't hurt nobody. Sorry we lost you, but you know what they say. You can't make an omelet for Daddy in heaven.
Oh, no.
Without breaking a few parenting rules. And finally, oh, this one burned me. I got to give a music change for this one.
All right, you want to...
This one burned me as an American. Next up on our in memoriam, we say goodbye to communist cheese lovers.
Oh, no.
A few of you had the audacity to email us and tell us that you were upset that we think American cheese was the best cheese for a cheeseburger. Well, I guess at your KGB cookout, instead of tongs and a spatula, you must use a hammer and a sickle to flip those Boris burgers. And you always make sure they're a little pinko in the middle. How dare you enjoy the juicy, cheesy freedom I provide and then question the manner in which I provide it? Cheeseburgers are as American as apple pie, muscle cars, and crippling student loan debt. And they deserve 100% grade A American cheese. And I take special offense as a poor kid who grew up on government cheese. You ever taste government cheese, comrade? Government cheese came in a globular cardboard block, and that cardboard never once said it was American government cheese. You know why? because it was Libyan government cheese. It had the stink on it that let you know that cheese didn't happen in a democracy. That milk, the milk that made that cheese came straight from the teat of a war-torn cow, and you could taste it. So I got news for you, Che Guevara. In the USA, when we light our ceremonial coals, we stand for the grill and we kneel for the kebabs. And if you want to take my craft singles, you're going to have to pry that difficult-to-open cellophane wrapper out of my cold, dead fingers. So if you don't love American cheese, then you don't love America. And if this is where you leave us, because you can't love us, then das vidanya, baby. Oh, man. Really came to a crescendo at the right time. All right. That was Communist Cheese Lovers. And now for the real RIP segment of the In Memoriam. Coming off of number 2 show where I was talking about wrestling and the best 5 heels of all time, we lost a couple of great ones. WWE star mentioned earlier, Bray Wyatt, died unexpectedly of a heart attack Thursday at the age of 36. According to wrestling reporter Sean Ross Sapp, Wyatt, whose real name was Wyndham Rotunda, we talked about this earlier, was from a legendary family. His father was Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, his grandfather was Blackjack Mulligan, and his uncles were Barry and Kendall Wyndham. So he was from a long wrestling lineage, and Undertaker had dubbed him the next big phenom. So, gone before his time, 3-time WWE World Champion, Bray Wyatt. And old school, one of the best to ever do it, one of the best heels of all time, Terry Funk, baby. Pioneer of hardcore wrestling, was known for his hard-hitting style, died at age 79 after a battle with dementia and other health issues. Funk had a legendary wrestling career that spanned 50 years. He debuted in 1965 and rose to prominence in the 70s with his brother Dory Jr. when they become instant stars wrestling in Japan. The Funk brothers eventually joined the WWE in 1985 and were instrumental in the build of WWE's flagship event, WrestleMania, wrestling in WrestleMania 2 against Tito Santana and the Junkyard Dog.
Tito Santana, right?
Yeah, dude, remember that guy? He was inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, and Ric Flair had this to say about his passing: in my entire life, I never met a guy who worked harder. Terry Funk was a great wrestler, entertainer, unbelievably fearless, and a great friend. Rest in peace, my friend Terry Funk, knowing that no one will ever replace you in the world of professional wrestling. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam, brought to you by Hughes Funeral Alternative.
There we
Good
go.
job. Government cheese.
Rafe Williams, everybody.
American cheese.
All right, that's your In Memoriam for this week. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday Fail stories. A lot of failure this week.
Oh, really? Can't wait.
A lot of people that had good plans, good intentions, or maybe not good intentions, but things went sideways. 8:17 Friday. Time for your Friday Fail story. All right, yes. Applause, everybody, applause. So these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, man, that plan went from the perfect plan to going completely sideways.
Yeah.
And it became an Uber.
No.
An Ultra.
Oh, no.
Dare I say it?
Please
I'm going to say it. Mega. Here we go.
Failed.
All right. Well, we got two people singing this weekend, so it's a good warm up.
You sounded great, boss.
Thanks, man. Friday Fail Stories sponsored by
Friday Fail Stories are brought to you by. Give me 1 second. Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So NFL season right around the corner, and while it's really fun to attend games, you might not be able to afford tickets. without robbing a couple banks. Am I right? Am I right? Like this guy. 29-year-old super fan of the Kansas City Chiefs. Goes by the name Chiefsaholic online. Xavier Bador. Chiefsaholic was just indicted on 3 counts of armed bank robbery.
There's the indictment.
1 count of bank theft, 11 counts of money laundering, and 4 counts of transporting stolen property across state lines. Oops. Arrested last month.
We were talking about this guy beforehand. Then we were talking about him when he got arrested. And this is just this is just an incredible saga of fandom.
Xavier Babudar. Linked to 8 robberies during a 9-month span last year. He'd rob banks, launder the money through casinos in the Midwest, and then use the new funds to attend Chief games.
Really, it's just, it's a spotlight really on how much we're paying for tickets these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, good
Really
point.
is.
He's innocent.
The authorities think Chiefsaholic got away with more than $80,000. For what it's worth, his lawyers say he's innocent and will, quote, be redeemed in the eyes of his supporters, admirers, and the Chiefs' kingdom. Yeah, I don't think so.
Dude, fail. Clue number 1 was, and I think we talked about this a few times beforehand because we would talk about the Kansas City Wolf and go, damn, man, this guy's wearing a mask, but like, he must be like a day trader or something. This guy's got crazy money. He's on a 50-yard line every damn game.
And wouldn't he travel with the team too? He'd go to like different stadiums.
That's where he's robbing banks. He was robbing banks on the way to games.
Whoa.
So he got caught in Oklahoma on the way to a Houston Texans game, an away game, robbing an Oklahoma bank. That's how he got caught.
Whoa, man.
So he's robbing
That's
banks.
Wild.
That's how they caught him and figured out it was him. Was like all these banks coincide with Chiefs road games.
Right.
That's great.
So connecting the dots, huh?
Yeah, he's got to have a hard time. Wasn't me?
Well, let's
I don't know what evidence you have.
coincidence. Let's keep it in Missouri, okay? Let's go to Lake of the Ozarks, guys.
Please, I would love
Lake
to.
of the Ozarks for our next Friday Fail story. Here is a textbook example of adding insult to injury. 37-year-old guy from Illinois, Brian Baker, got arrested for drunk driving near Lake of the Ozarks last Friday.
Okay.
After accidentally running himself over. So he unwisely decided to drive drunk. A 34-year-old named Ashley Baker was with him and had also been drinking. I'm assuming they're married or related in some way. He steps out of the truck around 1:15 a.m., but apparently didn't put it in park first. Ashley hopped in the driver's seat, couldn't stop the truck before it rolled right over him.
Oh, my God.
Wow, so technically she did it.
He was seriously injured but survived. He was apparently in good enough shape to be arrested an hour later for driving while intoxicated. And the kicker, Ashley, also arrested for drunk driving.
Yo, why can I imagine 2 drunk folks in this scenario yelling at each other about whose fault it is?
Hit it, Ashley. Hit it. Hit the brake.
Did you get arrested just for hopping in?
You didn't put it in park. Like, just drunkenly yelling at each other while his foot's facing the wrong direction.
Damn it, Brian.
Did she get arrested just for hopping in and trying to stop?
I don't have details, except it was 2 hours after the incident, so maybe she drove drunk later that night, or maybe it was for hopping in the driver's seat.
Yeah, dude, you're behind the wheel, the vehicle's moving.
Yeah.
Someone got injured.
Maybe she was driving him to the hospital. We need more. I want to know.
2 idiots. Okay, another drunk driving thing. Say what you want about this guy, but he's still a kid at heart. 51-year-old guy named John McKee. Arrested in Indiana after driving under the influence, but the story is what he was driving. So a cop pulled him over around 9 p.m. on Wednesday when they saw him driving down the street in a Power Wheel. They haven't released a photo of it, but it was a Power Wheel Jeep, the kind you might have when you were 5 years old.
Finally got one.
The cop noted the Power Wheel was hard to see because it didn't have any lights or reflectors. So again, just to be clear, not street legal. He got arrested after he failed a sobriety test. They tested him at the hospital, and he had meth in his system as well. So he's facing charges for operating a vehicle while intoxicated, and the punishment could be stiffer than usual. He has a previous conviction for it, too.
Oops.
Failed.
Whoops.
It happens.
If you are, sticking with the DUI thing, if you are dumb enough to go out drinking and drive drunk, you are not smart enough to dress appropriately for an encounter with the police. 41-year-old guy in Florida, James Ricks Jr., pulled over for speeding earlier this month, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said, quote, "I'm the reason the beer's always gone." James sped past a police cruiser going 89 in a 45. They tried to pull him over. He tried to shake him before finally giving up. He failed several sobriety tests and was later found to be almost 3 times over the legal limit. James charged with DUI and fleeing to elude a law enforcement officer. Also got a traffic citation for unlawful speed and possession of an open container in a vehicle.
Failed.
Sheriff in Clay County, Missouri. Clay County, Missouri. Is that the Kansas City side of things, I'm assuming?
Let's see.
Clay County.
Missouri.
I feel like I've been through there a few times.
Clay County.
That
Clay
is,
County.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
County Mo. Is that just north of it?
Yes.
St. Joe's?
Northeast.
Oh.
So Clay County. The sheriff over there has got an important reminder for criminals out there. Do not attract attention to yourself. So they posted, the Clay County Sheriff's Department posted a photo of a car they recently pulled over with a custom license plate that said, "We high."
No, so it's
That's
more
pretty
like,
cool, man.
We high.
We high.
We high.
We high.
We high.
Yeah, we high.
high.
You can't be like, we high.
I don't know why the vehicle was pulled over. I'm assuming it was not because of the plate alone, unless it was invalid. But the sheriff says that when officers stopped the car, 2 people tried to run. Both caught and arrested, and the case is still under investigation. They didn't say what the charges were, but I'm assuming it's something to do with we high.
Failed.
Have you ever been driving through a city and thought, man, these drivers are all idiots?
Yeah. St. Louis.
Well,
Right now.
the tech companies made sure to include that feature in their driverless cars. There's a company called Cruise that's operating self-driving taxis in San Francisco. And remember, we had a story about Cruise about a week or 2 ago about people getting in these self-driving taxis and just having sex, thinking, oh, there ain't no driver.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple things going on. So they've been doing this experiment out there for a couple years. I've been listening to some podcasts on this specific experiment with them, and almost everybody loves them, except for on occasion there's some issues. And now there's a group that's like a full-blown anti self-driving car group. And you know what they've been doing?
What?
Taking street cones and putting them on the hood, and it disables it. It screws up the car.
Oh, great.
And they're filming themselves doing that and be like,
Their gang better be called the Cruise Control.
So one of these such incidents you're talking about, on Tuesday, a Cruise car drove past some construction barricades and got stuck in wet cement.
it drove into wet cement?
Into wet cement.
Oh, no.
Got to program that.
There weren't any passengers at the time. The car was pulled out, recovered by Cruise. I don't know if it was damaged. The cement definitely was damaged, and it'll have to be repaired, with Cruise footing the bill for that. Cruise, by the way, is a subsidiary of General Motors. Coincidentally, just last week, San Francisco expanded self-driving taxi services, primarily for Cruise and other companies called, I think the other company's Waymo.
Yeah, Waymo.
Which is owned by Google's parent company, Alphabet.
Yeah, I think that's they've been messing up those Waymo cars.
God.
Man, yeah, it's an interesting story, because I mean this is like chapter 1 or chapter 2 of I feel like where
What's
we're
to
going.
come.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting to dive in and see how the experiment is going.
Hey,
in a
we're
major
working out the
city like
kinks.
that.
That's how everything is.
We're working out the kinks.
Yeah.
It's weird.
By the way, this Kansas City Wolf thing, you see him in the thing. Remember, now he wears a wolf mask, but it's a full suit with the gloves, so you never see
Yeah, you never see his face.
a single bit of skin from this guy. So no one has known what this guy looks like until he got arrested. And I don't know why, but
Babadar.
that's not what I expected.
I've talked to this guy.
It's really him. I didn't do it.
Oh, so he's holding.
No,
I
that's
didn't
not
do
him.
it outside of a Bank of America. No, it's somebody else. But that's
They're
hilarious.
holding a bank bag with a money sign on it.
Yeah.
was
Joey
just a-
tweeted this at us and I retweeted.
Yeah, it was just a prank.
You've talked to this guy, Rafe?
At a game, yeah. I've seen this dude walking in.
You mean in the Wolf?
The Wolf.
But you
Yeah,
never
Toss the
talked-
Wolf.
Yeah, you'd never seen him.
But did he speak in a weird voice, or was he just super hyped?
He was just screaming, wooing. No, he
That's all
wasn't.
he sounded like.
Yeah, he was
Good
howling.
conversation.
He was just, it was just a lot of locker room. Let's go, baby. Just on the way into the stadium. But I've literally spoken to this dude before.
A 19-year-old guy named Amari McClung was at the Kentucky State Fair with his girlfriend last Saturday, and he had an unsecured handgun in his waistband.
Jeez.
which holster,
Oh,
it looks way cooler. It looks way cooler just tucked in my waistband.
Oh, dude,
Right,
it's
like
so
you're running
sweet.
with your phone or something, and you know where to put it.
So, of course, the gun slipped from his waist, and when he reached down to grab it, gun discharged, and a bullet hit his girlfriend's foot.
Oh my God.
He shot his girlfriend in the foot at the state fair.
Did they break up?
Did he win her a teddy bear?
I don't know. Officers responded to the shooting, got the woman to the hospital. Sounds like she'll be all right. Amari arrested for wanton endangerment and carrying a concealed deadly weapon, pleaded not guilty, and has a court date set for next week. In the meantime, he's not allowed to have any contact with the girlfriend.
Okay.
He's not allowed to go back to the fair, which is probably way worse.
That is worse. You'll get another girlfriend. You won't get another fair.
Dang.
To be clear, Kentucky does allow guns at the state fair, but you have to be 21, Amari 19. Fortunately, nobody was shot, except for the girlfriend of the failed.
What state was that? Kentucky?
Kentucky.
All right.
Noted, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Won't be going to their gun-toting Kentucky fair. No thanks.
Florida man unsuccessfully pretended to have a heart attack as police arrested him on drug possession charges. A 40-year-old guy, Brent Christopher Heath of Palm Coast, was pulled over by Flagler County Sheriff's deputies last week. The smell of pot from the car prompted the search. Authorities found prescription bottles with substances that tested positive for THC and fentanyl. And while investigators were doing their thing, Heath said, "I'm having a heart attack." But officers couldn't tell if he was fibbing or not. They wound up getting him checked out, medically cleared. Still charged with possession of fentanyl, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of hashish. Failed. All right, two more. A 35-year-old woman from Daytona Beach, Florida, arrested and is a suspect in the murder of her 79-year-old roommate. And she tried to erase possible evidence on her body. She poured Diet Mountain Dew all over her body.
Yeah.
When police told her they were going to collect her DNA as part of the investigation.
Oh, no.
Her thinking was that Mountain Dew would erase her DNA.
That seems like logical thinking.
It doesn't work that way.
What?
Her DNA was later found on the handle of a bloody knife found next to the victim's body.
I gotta say
the house they shared.
that does sound like a thought of somebody that would enjoy Diet Mountain Dew. If you're gonna go Mountain Dew,
you go full.
you
Dew.
go Mountain Dew.
Full Dew.
If you're gonna do the Dew, you do the Dew.
Yeah, nobody does the Diet Dew. You do the Dew.
Yeah.
Or you go to the alternate, they got a couple different flavors. Like, go at it. Diet Mountain Dew, you're a crazy person.
Yeah, while escorting the woman to a patrol car, detectives told her they were going to be collecting her DNA. So she's like, "Hey, before you do that,
Yeah.
could I have a drink?"
Sure.
And they gave her a can of Mountain Dew. So she starts like procrastinating while drinking, and detectives tried to grab the can away from her, and she starts pouring it all over her body. Yeah, trying to erase her DNA.
This'll do it. Because it's fizzy, so she probably thought, this'll do something.
She crushed the can and dropped it. It was like the perfect crime.
She's seen one of those videos where it says, "This is what happens in
To your
stomach
insides
when you drink soda," and then it's one of those things that frightens you with the thing that jumps out. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
do know. Yeah, yeah.
Because you're watching, you're going, "What's the Coca-Cola gonna do to it?" Oh, and then it goes, "Ah!"
Yeah, and it's like a Linda Blair's face.
Yeah, your heart falls into your liver.
So it's funny you bring that up. Short side note. First time that one of those videos ever got me, I got up. I was at my mom's house on the computer watching it, and it flashed like the scary person.
Right.
I got up and ran out of the room like as a like fight or flight response.
You thought
The only
a
time.
spirit took you.
Yeah.
Like,
You're a runner.
It was terrifying.
Can't wait to be in a situation with you.
I was like
You're running.
17. Okay.
That was some early
It was
internet
dial-up
stuff that
internet.
was destroying people's souls,
Yes.
man. I'm telling you. That first one where it's like
The girl or whatever?
Yeah. Where it was like it was something like a. Did you see the chair move? And people are like staring at this chair
Yeah.
for like
Stared
30
for
seconds.
30 seconds.
I was like,
And he goes, "Ah!"
I
I
screamed
almost
right out
broke
of
my
the room.
keyboard with my knees when that happened.
Yeah, those were like the first reaction videos that were
dude.
going viral.
Those were
That was,
great.
but yeah, I mean, but it wasn't like we were filming people's reactions
Right.
until recently. Now it's all coming back.
So finally, if you have multiple warrants out for your arrest, what's the last job you'd be applying for?
Say it again.
If you got multiple warrants out for your arrest, what's the last job you would be applying
Government jobs.
for?
Yeah.
To be a police officer.
Oh. Or whatever. I mean,
A 24-year-old guy named Justin Carter applied for a police officer position in Monticello, Arkansas through an online application while hiding in South Carolina.
What? So was this a thing where maybe he was trying to get in with the force and then erase his warrant somehow? Like,
I
he thinks he's
don't
a
know.
master
Good thinking.
computer
The
system?
last place they'd look is here on the police force.
He poured Mountain Dew all over the keyboard.
Yeah.
They should erase all warrants.
This should take all my files out. Excuse me, are you related to the lady we have in holding cell 1?
So Justin came to Arkansas to verify details for the physical fitness test. So after he gets there, officers noticed there were some discrepancies in what he wrote as his physical appearance in the background check. Like, you don't look like what you're described as. So after police did a little digging into Justin's history, they found his real identity and a nationwide warrant for his arrest out in Georgia.
Wow.
So the next day, they still said, yeah, come on down for the physical fitness test. Like, come on down. Come do it. So he met police at the fitness training facility to perform his test. The officers allowed him to go through the entire thing.
That's awesome.
Like the entire physical fitness test.
Dude,
entire thing.
getting away
and
with
then
it.
arrested him at the end.
Wow.
I like that.
That's like the guy that found out his fiance was cheating on him and went through the entire wedding and everything. You remember the story?
No.
Oh, dude, went through the entire wedding. Huge ceremony. You know, the in-laws were paying for it, or the about-to-be in-laws were paying for it. Did the whole ceremony, and during the reception, after the speeches and everything, he stands up and ting, 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 ting. I'd like to make a speech. Everybody reach under your chair. There's an envelope there for you, and there's a big old manila envelope with pictures of the gal.
No, that's real?
Yeah, it's happened like in
That's
the
not set up?
late 90s or something. I mean, I think this has happened a couple times.
Why would you go through the entire... Now you got to get divorced. If you knew...
You can just annul that.
We
I'm
never
assuming.
signed the papers yet, right?
Hell, I don't know. I wasn't there. I just remember reading the story multiple
I
times.
don't know. Once you
It
cut
was
the
everywhere.
cake, it's official, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
We had a similar...
Whoa. Before you cut the cake, I've got something to say.
I was watching a video yesterday or the day before of they in Washington D.C. a few years ago. I don't know when, but they sent all these people with open warrants that they'd won Redskins tickets,
Oh, yeah.
and they all showed up for a sweepstakes, and they got thousands of people. And the police were just there, and they were taking them up one at a time. It was 50-yard line seats. You're going to meet the owner. You're going to meet the players.
Hilarious.
And they no one caught on. They all just
Walked them out the
keep
other
taking
side.
people up, and no one's coming back out.
They do that. They rent out these it'd be like a Ramada Inn conference room.
Yeah.
And call people, send people notice saying, you want a free boat. Come on down to the Ramada Inn.
Yes.
Go to the conference room with paperwork, and there'll be idiots lined up. And you go in the room, and they arrest you.
It's a sting,
Next time
baby.
you win something, look around, and if everybody has something in common with you that...
I think it was the Super Bowl when they did it too.
Oh, hilarious. All right, those are your Friday fail stories. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We have some of your emails to get to. It is 8:46. There's a story making the national news coming from Nixa, Missouri.
That's where my husband's from.
Yeah.
Ah, I wonder if he knows. Ask him if he knows Patricia Williams.
He probably
Old
does.
Patty.
Aunt
Old
Patty.
Patty Williams.
Patty Bills.
Old
His
Patty
first
Williams.
love.
42-year-old Patty Williams. She's in jail.
Oh, no.
Bummer.
She is in jail for arson.
Uh-oh.
She was arrested after the fire department in Nixa said she poured gasoline on some clothes and lit a spicy tortilla chip and started a fire at a house.
Dang.
That is a good fire starter.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what I was going to bring up.
The
Yeah.
Prodigy starts playing. You're a fire starter.
So according to the probable cause report, police arrived at the scene and saw smoke coming from the back door with people standing out front. A witness says that Patricia started the fire, and she was arrested. The report says the witnesses inside the house saw Patricia pour gasoline from a soda bottle onto clothes and the floor of the laundry room. Patricia then lit a Takis tortilla chip on fire and tossed it into the
She must
it
be a
wasn't
scout.
Mountain Dew.
fuego.
In her defense, they do say it on the packaging.
Yep. She must be a scout, though. That's like an old Boy Scout trick.
Because why?
Burning chips.
Because why? Because those chips are always around on camp trips.
No,
and
because
you
it's
need
the
a fire-
grease content.
Oh, yeah. Hell, nobody... Boy Scouts, we don't know why anything works. We just know that, hell, this will start a fire really easily if you don't have any other sort of
Well,
fire starter
she
stuff.
said, because they're like, why'd you use Takis chips? She's like, well, she knew the chip would support combustion because of the grease content, which is an old Boy Scout thing.
Yeah, it works pretty well.
So she's going to be back in court on the 6th of September. But
Yeah, man.
Is that what he used? Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Am I right?
That's right.
Well, it's nice to get Nixon the news.
It is.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne's from there.
Yep.
She didn't have to go too far, I don't think, either, because don't they have a prison down there? Or
In
right
Nixa?
outside?
Nixa?
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I've never gotten the
I know
prison
Springfield.
field
She's
trip
in
when I
Green-
visit my in-laws.
She's in Greene County Jail.
You don't get the Missouri prison newsletter?
Oh, no.
They have the federal medical prison.
I didn't know that Tim was from Nixa.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see if he knows old Patty Williams.
I will. You know, he dated a bunch of Ashleys, so I don't know if they actually dated, but he's going to be 40, so he probably knows her.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, maybe. Let's get to some of your emails. Rizzo at 1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes. No box too big or too small. Big Dick's does them all. Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Long-time listener, first-time emailer here. I grew up in St. Louis, but I moved to Houston, Texas, HTX, about 5 years ago. But I still listen to the podcast every single day. Not only does the show always put me in a good mood and make me laugh hysterically, but it also keeps me up on my St. Louis news. My family still lives there. My roots will always be STL.
Yeah.
So listening to you guys really helps me feel at home. I'm even coming in town this weekend just for the Punk Rock Disney show, and I'm always bummed to miss the fun events that you guys put on. So I'm really looking forward to finally getting to be there. Now, I don't know if he or she is coming to the matinee show. If you're coming to the matinee show and you're listening, go see Lern's band afterwards.
Oh, you're sweet.
That
Are there tickets left?
evening, because there's like 10 tickets left. Maybe
tickets left.
8 by this point.
10 tickets left?
Well, no, I don't know. It's it will sell out before tomorrow. Get them. Go.
Yeah.
But that is super cool, and I look forward to rocking for you tomorrow.
Well, welcome back to town. Next.
Okay, hey, Rizz Show.
Oh, by the way, so Lern's band is at the Lincoln Theater.
Yes, thank you.
In Belleville.
And thank you both.
Hey, Rizz Show.
Hey.
Rizz wanted to know if there's a specific law about teachers being drunk.
So I don't know if you saw the story yesterday that we had. I know you were out. So a third grade teacher from Oklahoma was pulled out of class under suspicion of, hey, you've been really weird all day. This first day of school, third grade teacher. Really weird all day. Kind of smell like a brewery a little bit. So she gets pulled out of class. She gets taken into a room.
Yeah.
The superintendent of schools is there and a police officer.
Oh, boy.
And let me see if I got the
And she's
card.
got a cup of
And
juice.
she
She's
walked
got
in
a
and said,
cup
what
of
could this
juice.
be about?
That's my juice.
Here. Listen to this.
How much you had to drink?
I drank last night.
There's no way you drank last night.
Well, I did drink last night.
Did you drink at school? Is what he's asking. Tell us the truth.
I didn't drink at school.
You blew 2 times the legal limit.
It was more like 3 times the legal limit. She blew like a .24.
I like
You
how-
drink often?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to understand why.
No. I'm seeing a counselor.
Okay, no more games, right? Yeah. What is in that?
And it's a cup.
I do like how they said, yeah, great. She said, I drank last night. Like, okay, yeah, that's not the question. You probably drank last night too, but did you drink here?
Right.
So they confront, like, they're like, this is a cup that smells like
Right.
alcohol.
Smells like booze.
My juice?
That there is wine. She's lied, and Mr. Ogle found a cup that had wine residue in it on her desk.
So they wound up arresting her. They gave her multiple chances, like, hey, can you have somebody come pick you up?
Right.
She kept lying to the police, and they ultimately arrested her. So the question that we had and other listeners had, like, what was she arrested for?
Right.
Like, she wasn't driving. Okay, she may have driven to the school. What if she got drunk while she was on school property?
It was public intoxication was what she was charged with.
Right. Is it also endangering the welfare of kids? What's the law?
Well, first of all, sorry to hear that story. That's sad. This person says, in Missouri, it doesn't just pertain to teachers, but anyone who enters a school. Because remember, this is state property here. 574.075, drunkenness or drinking in certain places prohibited / penalty. A person commits the offense of drunkenness or drinking in a prohibited place if he or she enters any schoolhouse or any church house in which there is an assemblage of people met for a lawful purpose, or any courthouse in an intoxicated or disorderly condition, or drinks or offers to drink any intoxicating liquors in the presence of such assembly of people or in any courthouse. Number 2, the offense of drunkenness or drinking in a prohibited place is a Class B misdemeanor. The more you know. That's from Jake.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jake.
Yeah, thank you.
So
that makes sense. I mean, it's on the books that we're talking about schoolhouse, church house, or assemblage of people in a courthouse.
Well, thank you. Now we know.
Wow.
Next.
Good morning, Rizz Show.
Hello.
I'm a paramedic, and I had a call one time for a person. So I guess y'all talked about cats eating their
Cats and
dead
dogs.
folks.
We had ourselves a Thursday show yesterday.
Well, yeah, somebody was arguing with Lern, like, hey, I don't care how much you love your cats.
They'll eat you.
If you die in your house, your cats will eat you.
Yeah, but
Eventually, your cats will eat you.
But that's because this is Earth and they're animals and whatever. So, paramedic. I had a call one time for a person that passed away. When we got there, the Chihuahua had already ate half its face off and one eyeball. It's true. Don't trust your dogs either. Love the show. 3.9 out of 5 stars.
Well, and it's also,
It's animals.
Sprinkles would never do that to me.
Yes,
they would.
Sprinkles is an animal.
But this is not a cat thing. This whole cat hate
Yeah.
fad is so dorky.
Preach.
It's so dorky.
First of all,
You're a dork if
First
you,
of all,
if you hate
Moon,
cats for no reason.
I wasn't specific to cats yesterday. I was more talking about dogs.
He was very diplomatic about it.
Okay?
The
I'm
person
not
who
talking
sent
to
me
you.
the
I'm
video.
talking to the ether.
Yes. And
We
can I
all
just
know
say-
cats suck.
Can
okay?
I also say this
They
about
will
this
eat you.
show? The cat people have risen up. You've had cat audience member people are loving their cats and have been listening to this show for 10 years, and they are happy that they have a cat representative on this show now because there's been cat hate and they're sick of it.
Hey, I've been defending for
I
years,
know
but
you
I
have.
finally have a
Partner in arms.
teammate. Thank goodness. I'm just an animal lover.
Me too.
I just love animals, man. Like dogs are cool, cats are equally cool, llamas
Little
are cool.
ducks.
I don't care what you have, it's cool.
Well, we even said, and this was from a study, because you were like, oh, a dog will eat you or a cat will eat you when they run out of their own food. They got their animals.
Right.
No, the study says even if they have a full bowl,
The dogs.
Yeah.
the dog will still eat you. Will still eat you before they finish.
And
their
you know why,
kibble.
right? Because our dogs and cats are so smart. They know that we're going to go bad in just a matter of days.
Right.
And may as well take us
Gotta
while
eat
you
it
can.
while it's fresh.
But I still think it's certain breeds.
Well, this
gotta be.
guy came to a house and a Chihuahua had eaten half the guy's face off.
I got all this.
Because there's
kibble
one
here.
eye in Chihuahua, but I guarantee a Maine Coon will never eat they're too cool of a cat.
Oh,
man.
What?
the giant cats?
I know that those that's why they got the extra thumb. They're
I
digging
don't know
in.
what that is.
They got a
Big old cool
Dude,
cat. They're
those-
like
they're the
werewolves.
greatest.
That's what I want. As soon as my daughter is out of the house, and I'm not trying to push you out, kiddo. I love you, but she's deathly ill.
Don't-
Definitely allergic to.
The problem
cats,
with the
but-
Maine Coon is that bedroom where whenever your daughter leaves, you're gonna have to convert that into a big sandbox.
Oh yeah.
because
Look
those
at this.
things that's like human size. I
Dude,
bet.
these things look like bobcats, but they're
They're
like
so cute.
enormous.
I think we have looked at these before. Maine Coon.
It's like
Yeah,
a
we
dog
gotta
cat.
get
They're big.
This is
Very
my
enormous.
next. This is my
Man
cat.
Coons look like a cartoon
it, man.
drawing of a cat.
Yeah, like look at
Came
this.
to life.
Look at this, Rizz.
Yeah, I've been a strong supporter of these for a long time.
You can ride that cat into
There's
the
no way
sunset.
that's not photoshopped.
No,
No, they're
this,
huge,
This is
man.
how big they are.
They
I'm
do
telling
vary,
you,
though.
dude.
You can get a smaller one, but you
Get a
could
big one.
Try to if you find a
Dude,
dad
he's-
or mom that's a giant that's bred, you can get the big guy.
Have you seen the videos of the one that's like kissing the other cat on TikTok? He's got his arm around her. It looks like a cartoon. It freaks me out, dude.
It's like super pornographic.
Some of them have these faces
It's
too
weird.
that look like tigers and like curmudgeon people. Like they have like almost people tiger faces. Like look at this one. Like this guy, I feel like I know what he's thinking. Oh
yeah.
But the cool thing is they're very people cats. Like they're super sweet.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're a good breed, man.
This is what I'm
But
trying to
it's
convince
kind of
my
like
wife to
having
get.
a dog as well because it's a giant creature.
Todd, the suicide cleanup guy, checking in, cleaned a house where a body was for 3 months. There was virtually nothing left of it, just dog poop for days.
Oh.
Well, what's a dog supposed to do?
No, I'm not mad at the dog. The dog is an animal.
Yeah, it's a sad situation.
And I'm sure, I said it yesterday. If my cats want to eat me when I die at home alone, I'm fine with it.
Have
Because
at
then
it.
I will be a part of them and will live in their bellies.
Well, remember, we also said the question was how long will they wait before they eat you?
Right.
A cat? 5 minutes. Crazy.
Okay, dude.
Next.
Okay. Have any of you guys ever had crazy work dreams? Like maybe you said something embarrassing or crazy on the air or any of that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Work dreams. That's not a dream. That's reality.
I have the stress dream of I can't get any audio to come out of I can't get us on the radio. Like I'm behind the board
Well,
and I
that
can't
is
make
a
anything happen.
common on-air personality dream
Yeah.
where I'm sitting in front of all these switches and faders and stuff like that, and in the dream, the soundboard keeps moving away from you, and you can't catch up.
Oh, wow.
Like somebody keep pulling the soundboard away from. I need to go to another song. We need the commercials on time.
I had a dream about you guys like last week. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, baby.
But hey.
What was I wearing?
You look good.
Oh, thanks.
No, I don't remember what it was, but like we were all hanging out. And so I woke up, early and I'm like, was I just like, I felt like I was with you guys for 24 hours. Like I had that feeling. Like we've just been hanging out all day.
Well, I had texted you. The only work dream I've had here was that we kissed on the air.
Oh.
It was part of the show. It was part of a bit.
Yeah.
You loved it. But
Absolutely.
we had to go to HR. The only thing HR thought was fair was to make Tina and Tim come in and kiss in front of us. And we were both like, all right.
Sounds good.
That sounds pretty fair deal. I still have fever dreams from being in the service industry. I still have dreams where I'm like waiting tables and people are like pouring through the door in groves and I can't see the screen. It's like blurry or the buttons are moving around and everyone's just having the entire restaurant's having a complete meltdown.
Huh.
Yeah, I've had the meltdown dream on stage. I've been on stage and I'm like playing something and somebody plays something wrong and I'm like, what are you doing? And then somebody else starts playing something wrong and then I can't play right and like the whole song's falling apart and you're just like, especially like frontman stuff. Because then you're like, you're the conduit. Yeah, you're the conduit between the band and the crowd and you're just like, oh my God, it's a disaster. So I've had the meltdown dreams. I don't think I've had any radio meltdown dreams except for I've had dreams that I've been late, and then I wake up and I freak out because I think I'm late because I'm still kind of in the dream.
Right.
And then you realize, oh, it's only 2.
Right.
Oh, great! I've got another hour and a half.
Yeah, when I was doing shows a lot, like playing concerts a lot more, I would have those dreams where it was like just terrifying nightmare kind of dream. You're up there on stage and you almost played a wrong note. It was just terrifying.
Almost played.
Yeah, that's how good I am.
I have a performance anxiety dream that I have. Like last night, I had it where I was late for the Lincoln Theater show. I was like not there for sound check.
Really?
And so, but I do that like anytime because I'm not a musician, man. Like I'm just having a good time, and so I'm very, that's like a part of my insecurity is like, oh, I'm not really good at this, but I have such a great time. That's why I keep doing it. Again, sell the Lincoln Theater out for tomorrow. Back to you.
One more.
8 tickets left.
8 tickets left. You better get them.
So I was in the family car the other day with the wife and kiddos when I noticed behind me pulls up 2 younger girls. I don't have many stickers on the back of this van. One that I do have, though, is my Team Rizz 19 sticker that was made for me by a member. Well, I noticed one of the girls was pointing at it and laughing, and they couldn't stop laughing. All I could think was, what could possibly be so funny? And then it hit me. They have no idea who or what the Rizzuto Show is. They must have thought that I was on Team Rizz, as in Rizz has a lot of game. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I got a kick out of it. Love the show. 3 out of 5 stars.
It has double meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
Right. So you can imagine teenagers going up to somebody our age in a minivan and going, "Oh, that guy thinks he's got tons of Rizz, bro." So he made a sticker for himself.
A lot of charisma in this van.
That is awesome.
Team Rizz member Andrew. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks for representing.
That's right.
Sports here in just a second, but I've been watching that documentary on the Florida Gators.
Oh my gosh, it's great. Last night, my wife even caught me watching it, and she goes, "What is this?"
Love it.
The Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
I saw the
really?
Swamp Kings. Swamp Kings. It's an untold thing. It's like 2 episodes or something, and oh my God, dude! I was trying to go to bed, and I couldn't stop watching this stupid thing, and she goes, "What is this?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I think I want to get into college football. The SEC is so dope."
I do too, and I'm like, I just don't need another thing in my life. Like, I don't need to get into something else. But it's very good.
It's a good documentary. It's interesting. It's all about Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow coming in.
It keeps you captivated too.
Really?
Yeah, it keeps you interested. It's very well done. It's one of those. It's one of the untold.
Yeah,
it's in the untold series. Anyway, so the NCAA college football season officially kicks off tomorrow. It's technically week 0, which usually features the smaller schools, but this year, like a bunch of big schools like USC and Notre Dame are joining the initial weekend. So a new survey, nearly 60% of college football fans say they would completely ignore friends or family members who root for opposing teams for the entire season. So if you said, all right, your team is guaranteed a national championship, but you have to ignore your best friend for the entire season, 60% of people would go, yep.
Oh, dude. So my mother-in-law's from Alabama, sir. We got all this family down in Alabama. And the crazy thing is her family kind of split because some of them went to Alabama. Some of them went to Auburn.
Well, that's a big rivalry.
And it is a huge rivalry. And it's hearing them talk about it, like you can tell, like there were probably periods where they're like, you know what? I'll talk to you in 3 years when you're done with that school.
Yeah.
It's super serious down south, man. Super serious.
States that don't have pro teams, they go wild for college football.
So
Alabama, Mississippi.
Arkansas, they do not fool.
So another
Rhode
60% of college fans said they travel regularly during the regular season to attend games. In a list of the most passionate college football towns, Baton Rouge, Louisiana is number 1. So that's where LSU is.
Yeah.
Norman, Oklahoma. Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
That's Alabama, sir.
Oxford, Mississippi. College Station, Texas.
Oxford is Ole Miss.
Well, I didn't know Oxford was here in the state.
Is Ole Miss? Clemson, South Carolina, Notre Dame, Indiana, University Park, Pennsylvania, and Athens, Georgia. So these are big, and Auburn, Alabama, Knoxville, Ann Arbor, Austin, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, and Eugene, Oregon.
Dude, like,
these are obviously, huge schools.
60-70% of what you just said is all Southeast. It's all SEC.
How many? So where Michigan plays?
Michigan and Ohio.
And Michigan, and they play in Ann Arbor. How many does that stadium hold?
Oh, I think it's
over 100,000 people.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought it was the high 80s.
Oh, no.
It's huge.
I believe that's the biggest stadium in the country.
Damn. What's that called?
It's where Michigan plays in Ann Arbor.
I've been to the Razorback Stadium in Arkansas, and it is huge. It's like bigger than a pro stadium.
Michigan Stadium.
I don't know if it's 100, but I think it's up there.
Michigan Stadium. Oh, my gosh. The official capacity is 107,601.
Wild, right? 107,000 people inside a stadium.
It has hosted crowds in excess of 115,000.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, as a kid, a college kid, running out onto the field and hearing 100-some-odd thousand people cheering, or you making a big play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else either in my life.
In
at
that
all.
Swamp Kings
but it
show,
sure does look fun.
That blocked field goal. It was during, I think, the South Carolina game. They were playing South Carolina.
Yeah.
Blocked a field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer said 96,000 people screaming all at once was the loudest he's ever heard anything.
It looks like.
Do we
the
have a
coolest
clip of that
experience.
screaming?
Yeah, it sounded something like this.
Wait, and the kick. No. And the kick.
And the kick
It's
is up.
blocked.
Dang, that's incredible. Can you imagine being in that place?
Let's do sports. All right, what do you got, Moon?
Oh, man. Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook. More disaster for the Angels. The Anaheim Angels, a day after Mike Trout came off the injured list. He was put back on it. Oh, and Shohei Ohtani has torn a UCL in his elbow.
This is devastating.
Sad. Bad news.
Sad.
He could never. There's a possibility he could never pitch again.
I can never remember. I can never remember the L's, but the UCL is the ligament that typically needs Tommy John surgery to be reconstructed. Ohtani has already had Tommy John surgery, so this would be a second since coming to the MLB. Though he and the Angels and Ohtani have not yet decided on a course of action. But
He said he's still going to bat though, so he's not going to pitch for the rest of the season. He's still going to bat. So he could possibly just be a DH or.
Yeah, but they're going to let him sit a few days.
I put the information about Bray Wyatt passing away. We already covered it today in E Memoriam and in Crap on Celebrity, so I'll just throw it up on the blog. Miami Dolphins cornerback Eli Apple got a bounty put on him by his ex-girlfriend and baby mama Destiny. She says, quote, "If you play against my baby dad this season, please go for the knees. Maybe a hammy. Number 33 for the Dolphins. I'll gladly zell you back any fines." Destiny alleges that during her pregnancy, their son needed a blood transfusion and Eli refused to donate, even though he's a direct match. She also says that he sent her nasty messages after the baby was born and had previously told her that he has a sex problem and that she was the 6th woman he got pregnant within 3 years, but the others just got abortions.
Wow.
Is he paying for the kid?
I have no idea.
So why would you then take away his livelihood if?
I don't know. I have no
sense.
idea what kind of penalties that might have. But I mean, she put out a bounty
Right.
and said, "I'll pay for the fine." So
And his name is
nobody.
Eli Apple. Doesn't sound like a kid show.
Yeah, like, welcome to Eli Apple. Welcome to Eli Apple. Cards are in Philly tonight with a game that starts at 6:05. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow. Eli Apple.
Well, thank you, Moon.
Welcome to Eli Apple.
Okay. Thank you. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Let's give away some stuff. We got to get rid of our Offspring tickets. We got to get rid of our Disturbed tickets, and we got some Gwar tickets to give away. So after the break, just a real quick game. We'll do fake news or Florida. So Rafe, dear Rafe, is going to read you a headline. You tell us if the story is fake news or something that really happened in the great state of Florida. Okay, 2 out of 3 right, you win. Your choice of prizes while supplies last. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Fake news or Florida. We're going to blow out the rest of our prizes next. Yeah, just talking about mortgages and open houses. Last weekend, there was an open house on our block.
Oh, the best.
And I said to my wife, I go, hey, let's
do a little role play.
Let's go up there. Let's go check it out. But let's pretend like we're a young couple looking for a house. Like, let's come up with a backstory. And when the realtor goes, hey, you guys looking to move in? Yeah, we're from
Nantucket.
Yeah, we're from Saskatchewan. And this is just in town.
We just got married. We're thinking about having kids before we're 25.
Right.
You're like, sir, the bags under your eyes are bigger than your balls.
So we're walking up to the house. I look down
You got butthurt for a second. Yeah, real for a second.
And we're looking for an entry-level home with 5 bedrooms.
Man, I saw
that was
the
great.
soul leave your face
my
for
body.
a second.
So, we're walking up to the house and just laughing, giggling with this, with this elaborate backstory, having fun. And we walk into the open house and every other neighbor's there.
Dang it.
All doing the same
All
crap.
lying.
Every other neighbor, my direct next door neighbor was there, somebody from down the street. The place was full of people just from
Did
the
you guys all
neighborhood.
have to pretend that you all didn't know each other?
Right, you're like, oh,
You're like,
No,
hi, nice
I
to
was
meet you.
disappointed. No, it's hi, Sis Carbuncle. Hi, I'm here to.
Sis Carbuncle, I buy you
Nice.
a phone. Hey, so was it fully furnished with your neighbor's house, like with their possessions still in, or was it a vacant house, or like?
It was staged.
Okay.
Was it nicer than your current place?
Well, apparently that's why every neighbor was there, was to see how that house is compared to.
Yeah.
Let's see how these bitches were living.
Everybody wants to see how everybody else is living, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And 90% of those open houses are filled with people from the neighborhood.
That's right.
Ridiculous.
I think it's funny if you had all committed to different identities and had to pretend like you didn't know each other.
What's your name?
You see your buddy that you literally just had a beer with in the driveway, and you're just shaking your head real small, like,
No.
don't say it, Ted. Don't say it. Don't say my name. I told him my name was
Cyst.
Hey, Scott. You mean cyst?
Well, so according to Realtor.com, there is one St. Louis suburb in West County that was recently named among the top markets in the U.S. for home buyers.
Okay.
One West County suburb. So Realtor.com, they just put out their hottest zip codes report, which ranks cities and big suburbs based on convenience, affordability, and value. Coming in at number 10 was this particular
Baldwin.
hot zip.
Let's go. Baldwin.
Hot zip.
Hot zip.
Most because it just was on the
Wildwood.
safety report list as being one of the safest places, and it's a great town.
Give yourself 10 points.
Hello, everybody.
Baldwin, Missouri.
Dang.
Really?
wow.
Ever
It's a
since they
great
had the
town.
teenage dirtbags play
That's right. Baldwin days.
Baldwin days. I mean,
According
it's
to
just, they're making all the
Realtor.com,
lists.
according to their research, Baldwin has a median home asking price of around $381,000. Recent homes surveyed in the area sold quickly, spending only around 23 days on the market. Their homes are also viewed around 3 times as much as the national average.
Holy smokes. What's the high school there?
Marquette. Did the kids there go to Marquette? No, that's Chesterfield.
Chesterfield goes to Marquette.
Rockwood.
Baldwin.
I don't have kids, so I don't know the schools.
Is it one of the
zones.
parkways?
Parkway what?
Maybe it's Parkway West.
It's an okay school zone, I think.
Baldwin,
Like,
Missouri, Parkway West.
Must be good, man. That's crazy. The median. 300 and what?
381,000.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, dude. That's crazy that's like a valid. part of the thing they're taking as like value because that's how expensive homes are right now.
Well, so the mortgage rate's what, 8%?
7.25.
7.25, or it's about to hit 8%. I'm not sure what it is.
It's high right now.
I was talking to my mom about it, and she goes, "We paid when we bought for our first house. It was, we paid 25% interest rate." I go, "But your house was you paid $70,000 for your house,
and it was a decent house."
Yeah, I saw a thing yesterday. I think I shared it, but it was like the median income from when like the boomers bought houses. Yeah, it was like $9,000 was the average income, and now it's $56,000, which is like, you do the math on that. What is that? 6 times?
Yeah.
So it's 6 times larger. New home was like had gone up 26 times.
Yeah.
So the average cost of a home when they were making $9,000, I don't remember what the average cost of a home was like. I don't even remember, dude. It was so crazy. It was like went from something to like 300 and some odd thousand. The average cost of a home was like 40 grand.
It's not tracking. None of us tracking at the same pace, which is just
No,
putting
20
all
times
these,
more.
Yeah, it's putting all
cost
these
of a home is 20 times higher.
Yeah. It's
gone up 20 times more than the average median income.
And it showed the depression, the average income, in modern day prices and all that. Like where the Great Depression, they were doing better financially than we are technically right now with the cost of everything.
Yeah, definitely. And
insane.
The people that are at the biggest disadvantage are the young people, like my 25-year-old daughter.
Sure.
Like when I was 25, I could work. I mean, I worked hard. When I was 20 and 21, I had like 3 or 4 jobs, and they were all like, damn near minimum wage. But I was able to live somewhere on my own. Now you can't. You have to make double minimum wage to be able to even get close to living on your own. It's wildly difficult for younger people.
Yeah, so the average cost of a home in 1970 was $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I was shooting high with that 70 grand, by the way. We didn't live in a mansion.
2023 was $436K.
Yeah. I think a 30-year fixed is 7.58%, I believe.
Man, that's wild.
Tim and I bought a house in 2013. I always get the dates mixed up. 2014. And we had a 3% interest rate. And it was a first home, like pretty decent, $150,000. Decent home, though.
Yeah, sure.
In Valley Park. And then the house that we just bought, 7% interest, double, like just insanity. Like, and if you are trying to buy your first home and you haven't been able to save or have a nest egg, like it's impossible and it sucks because
I bought my first home for $69,000.
See, that's
But it was in 99.
In 1972, right?
No, it was no.
Well, he was a father when he was 9.
I'm trying to think. It was in 2000 or 2001. But yeah, 69 grand. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, it was worth 69 grand.
It's wild, man. Like to see when you look at the numbers side by side, it's like 29 times more expensive for a home, while the average median income's only gone up 6 times. And college, 20 times more expensive, from $500 a semester to $11,000.
Well,
damn.
That rate, I can't afford to pay attention. Am I right?
You got it, Daddy.
Am I right?
Well, they don't have kids. It's affecting like how many kids we have.
Yeah.
Like 3.5 was the average children in the household in 1970. Now it's 1.9 because we got no house. We can't afford kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, so let's give out free things, okay? I think somebody needs
free stuff.
Free stuff.
That'll help the economy, won't it?
Yes.
Free stuff.
Save a little money for your median income $400,000 home.
All right, we're going to play Fake News of Florida. Simple game. Rafe's going to read you a headline. You tell us if it is fake news or something that really happened in the great state of Florida. 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes while supplies last. We have 1 pair of tickets left to go see The Offspring Big Summer Show at Sum 41 on Sunday at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets to go see 1 pair of tickets left for the Disturbed Breaking Benjamin Big Summer Show next Tuesday over at the Amphitheater. And we got a couple pairs of tickets left to go see Guar Wednesday over at the pageant. All right, let's go to the phones. And we got Dan in St. Louis. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Dan, let's play Fake News or Florida. Here we go.
Hi, Dan. All right.
He's ready.
Here we go.
He's ready. Here we go.
2 for 2 this week. This just in, Dan. A Winter Springs mother served as the lookout and getaway driver for her 15-year-old son who robbed a convenience store at gunpoint.
I'm going to say that's true.
So that is what? That's what state?
What
Oh,
state?
that's Florida.
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
Come on,
Florida.
Dan. It's called
Florida.
fake
So it's
news or Florida.
Fake news or Florida.
Listen to the
I
show.
know. Yeah.
You
I
say
know.
if it's true, you say Florida. If it's not true, you say fake news.
Here we go.
It's your final warning.
Feels like a Friday, baby. Feels
God's
like a
sakes,
Friday.
Dan.
I gotta get out of here.
All right, Dan, here we go.
All right, Dan, breaking news. A Broward County man brought a tiger into a grocery store and later told police it was his therapy animal.
Oh, that's got to be Florida. I think Tiger King.
No.
No, but
That's fake news. That's fake news, Dan.
Fake news, Dan. That's karma.
It comes down to this, Dan.
Dan, breaking. A West Palm Beach man caught a 17-foot, 120-pound python with his bare hands after seeing it on the side of the road.
That is true, Florida.
You said Florida?
Oh, that's Florida. He said true.
Oh,
not first.
two. Oh,
Good job, Dan.
All right, Dan, thank you.
you're all flustered.
I'm all
Deep
confused.
breath.
Thank you, Dan. 3 words. That's all you got to say. Florida or fake news. That's
Right.
it. You have to say nothing else.
Should be easy.
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Jeff.
How's it going?
All right, we're going to play fake news or Florida.
Jeff,
Here we go.
Jeff, I'm going to read you a headline, and I want you to tell me if it is fake news or Florida.
Okay, here we go.
This just in. A Key West mother was busted for drunk driving after pulling up to her daughter's school car wash.
Florida.
No. Next.
A Jacksonville Heights teacher was busted for trying to get drugs delivered to her while she taught at an elementary school.
That's Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah.
You got it, Daddy. And for the win,
For the win.
breaking news. A 74-year-old Brevard County man chased 2 people with a knife while riding an electric scooter.
Fake news.
That's
Oh,
Florida.
that's Florida, baby. They don't
Florida.
get
Oh,
that's
Florida. Damn it. Zach in Sparta. Hello, Zach.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
What's up,
Zach.
dude?
Let's do this.
All right, Zach. Breaking news. A Treasure Island man broke into a stranger's garage to use their coffee maker and didn't take anything else.
That's fake.
Oh, that's Florida.
That's Florida. Damn it.
That's to have. Don't talk to me before I've had my coffee.
Next.
Or broken into your garage. A Chick-fil-A manager was arrested for assault after she tried to stick a customer's hand into the French fryer.
That's fake.
Yes, fake news. Oh, boy. Oh,
Big
boy,
finish.
Zach.
Here we go,
Here
Zach.
we go, Zach.
Breaking news. A Brockville woman was arrested for assault after beating her boyfriend with a pork chop.
I'm going to say fake.
Oh, no, bro.
That's Florida.
Oh, that's Florida. Man,
Damn it.
love it.
David?
Hey.
Hey, David in Afton. Here we go.
You know where she learned those self-defense skills. Pork Steak Army.
Yep, of course.
Breaking. A Naples woman was arrested for DUI and asked a cop to drink her last 2 beers with her.
Oh, that's Florida.
No, that's fake news.
Oh, that is.
That's fake news.
Honestly, that sounded very Florida.
These all sound Florida, by the way, but
A Fort Lauderdale summer school teacher was fired and arrested for giving a spiked fruit punch drink to her students.
Florida.
fake news. Goodbye.
Fake news. Good day.
Goodbye. All right, Will in St. Louis. Will?
Howdy.
Howdy, Will. Here we go.
Well, breaking news, a Fort Walton Beach dog breeder was busted for drug possession after a Chihuahua ate his duffel bag and tested positive for marijuana.
Let's go Florida for that.
Fake news. Next.
Fake news.
Lightning round.
Chihuahua will eat your face, not your marijuana. A Dade County man was late for work, so he hitched a ride on the back of a moving bus.
Still sounds like Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
All right. All right, Will.
Finally, Will. An Orlando sheriff's deputy was arrested for DUI after crashing his cruiser during the 4th of July parade.
Fake news.
Fake news.
All
yeah.
right.
Ended on a good note. Outstanding.
Oh, let's do one more.
Oh, wow. Look
One
at
more.
you.
Well,
that.
Chelsea's.
He goes, ended on a good note.
Yeah, but
See if we can
good.
change
Chelsea's
that.
been holding.
Okay.
Chelsea's been on hold.
Oh, Chelsea.
And it's
All
been
right,
all
Chelsea.
dudes.
Yeah, let's get
That's
let's
right,
get a
I've
lady
been
in there.
holding. Let's do this.
All right,
We had
Chelsea.
a-
Well,
another
I'll tell you what, Chelsea.
Lost.
Girl power. Learn just wanted to move on.
I didn't want to move
She
on. I
just
thought we
wanted to
were.
move
You were
on.
in such a bad mood. I
She
thought
just
you were
wanted to
gonna
move on.
burn
She
this
said,
mother
F this
down."
chick on line 6. All
I didn't say that, Chelsea.
Oh, Lern.
right, here we go, Chelsea.
Chelsea, breaking news. A Newport Richie man was arrested for vandalizing cars while he was wearing nothing but a bra and a hat.
Florida.
Oh, that's Florida. You're damn right it is.
Right. That's right.
You're damn right. Okay.
Chelsea, this just came across my ticker. A Pensacola man was arrested for folding himself in public and asking.
It should be fondling.
Okay.
You know,
Sorry about that. My teleprompter was on the fritz.
That's on me.
A Pensacola
Fondling.
man was arrested for fondling himself in public and asked a cop to squeeze his rump.
Fake news.
He's over there. He's over there. He's folding himself in front of the children.
The folding totally threw me off.
I was like, where is this going?
I'm sorry, Rafe.
That's okay.
That's
He's been
That's on
folding
me,
himself
dude.
ever since he parked his car.
I like to be surprised, too. I don't read through all the ones you put in here.
comes down to this, Chelsea. Last one.
Breaking news. Chelsea. A Key West man was arrested for shoplifting beer at Walmart in a fake police uniform.
Florida.
Fake news.
Don't clap for that.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't clap for that. Should I give Chelsea another chance?
Give her an
Yeah.
extra
Give her another
because we.
chance.
I'm going to give you
fudged
another
that other
chance,
one up.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Let's
I'm
go.
going to give you another chance.
You got to get this one.
This is it.
Party Rizz is out.
Let me do a quick editorial review.
Moon's disappointed. That I'm
This
giving
one
you a
looks
chance.
good.
No, you.
Not disappointed at all. I'm proud of you. I'm
Thanks, buddy.
I'm
Personal
I was
surprised.
unfolding later.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey.
I'm proud of you. I like it. Because a lot of times people don't know this, and we've never talked about this 10 years of doing this show. When we have tickets left over that he doesn't give away, he lights them on fire
I light them
as
on
soon as
fire.
the Friday
Yeah.
shows are over.
Yeah,
That's
And
right.
He doesn't want to light things on fire this
All
time.
right, Chelsea. Here we go.
Chelsea, this just in. A Gainesville man was arrested for cutting off his wife's lover's penis after he caught them together in bed.
Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Right, it's Florida.
Give me back the lighter. You don't need it.
Hang on, Chelsea. Woo, man. We did it, guys.
We did it. We gave
That's
things out.
it. And that's where it's going to end.
I love this.
Even though Lern wanted to hang up.
I didn't want to hang up.
All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, well, that is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. So in about a minute 30 from right now, tickets for Punk Rock Christmas go on sale.
Yes.
Moon and an all-star band playing the Christmas hits Punkified.
Dude, members of The Urge, Cavo, Greek Fire, Goldfinger. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. It's a super group. If you didn't party with us last year, we sold out Del Mar Hall. It was absolutely incredible. It's the one giant Christmas party. Yes, it's all ages. It's a big, giant family type of show to get everybody in the Christmas spirit. December 9th. This year, we grew it all the way to the pageant. It's going to sell out there, though, as well. So get tickets while you can. The tickets go live in 56 seconds. And, man, I can't be more
55
excited.
seconds now.
We got this big show tomorrow. All the Disney songs, punkified, the Can You Feel the Punk Tonight, and just getting ready for that show has us so stoked to make the Christmas show even bigger. We have so many ideas. The stage is going to be wild. The party is going to be wild. It's costumes all over the place. By the way, if you're coming to tomorrow's show, that's full costumes as well. Everybody, dress up like your favorite Disney characters. We're going to have tons of characters, a few dozen, walking around, just enjoying themselves, taking professional photos and putting them up on the web, the Point website. So it's going to be great. Anyways, tickets are live in 15 seconds for Punk Rock Christmas, December 9th at the pageant. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, get your tickets while you can because it's going to sell out. All right.
Definitely.
Good luck this weekend. Have fun.
Thanks,
Lern,
man.
you've got a show over at the Lincoln Theater.
Yeah, tickets do still remain.
Tomorrow.
LincolnTheater.com.
I think you said
Very few.
8
Very
tickets.
few. Very few. Go. Go now.
Single-digit tickets. Let's sell this thing out.
Let's sell it out. Rafe, you have your comedy weekend coming up in September.
September 28th through the 30th. Go to thefunnybone.com. Funnybone Westport. I will be performing all weekend long. 5 shows. Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Going to be fun. Going to be a ton of special guests. Fun of all sorts of stuff going on. We're going to make it a big, and it's my birthday bash, and my special's coming out that weekend. Going to be a big freaking weekend for me. I want you to be a part of it. Go get some tickets.
Scott and I are going to be dancing with Chippendales.
Hey, what's
next weekend.
The Rescue Rangers.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
actually,
Be a good time, man.
Chipmunks.
We are doing Rescue Rangers stuff
Yeah, the
tomorrow.
Thunder Down Under fired us instantly,
we-
but
Too much booming.
Chippendales,
Yeah.
a
So you
little
went
more
to the
lenient on who can
competitors.
dance.
Yeah, so now we're Chippendales dancers.
Yeah, pretty excited, man. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay, today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse St. Peter's, your summer barbecue headquarters, Highway 70 and Mid Rivers Mall Drive. We played Fake News for Florida. Don't miss that. Crap on celebrity sports. Everything we covered on the show today. A lot of Rizz news. And, of course, it's Friday. Friday fails.
fail stories.
Friday fails. And we got through dozens of them, and they're great. They're all up on the blog for you to check out, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Make sure you check out our podcast available wherever you prefer to get podcasts. Today, the title is An Abundance of Oboes. An abundance
Too many oboes.
of oboes. We were also
It's a
visited.
common problem.
Yeah, we were also visited by Will and Becca from Rockstar Tacos, and they brought us some fun breakfast. And you're going to want to know what they got going on. They're working with a really, really cool organization here in St. Louis, giving instruments to kids. Yeah, that's all I got.
And all the details are on the charity and how you could be sacrificed by Guar on stage next Wednesday. Everything's up on our socials.
It is.
Check it out. You're going to want to do that. And you get a meal at Rockstar Tacos.
Which is worth the entry on its own.
Absolutely. All right, anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz Member of the Day, which is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Charles, Jake Overstreet is our Team Rizz Member of the Day.
Yeah,
Jake, want to hear this song? Here it is. We will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Donnie next. Bye.
Energy up.
I have no catchphrase.